to something beautiful. You know, for you I bleed myself dry. For you I bleed myself dry. That you do. Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a
hey, isn't this Uncle Lou's favorite song?
Without a sense of feeling, and this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong. I've been down into the bottom of every bottle. Despite words in my head, scream out we haven't fun yet. Must have been so bad, 'cause living with me must have damn near killed you. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for
I might be getting this song with mixed up with the picture song. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I get all these 90s and 2000 bubblegum bands like Creed and Nickelback. I get them all mixed up. I don't know which one this is. I mean, I know the song. I don't even I mix it up with the other songs. That's all. Bama's not going to the playoff team in that, all right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, Nature Boy. Look at this photograph. That's Nickelback, right? Who is this? Let me see. This is just a playlist on YouTube, so I don't know. Here, I'll tell you right now. This actually itemized here. Let's see. We just heard Yellow, right? Oh, yeah, this is Nickelback also. This is called How You Remind Me. Yeah. And coming up next on the Monday Morning Hits with Pigskin Pete is What I've Done by Linkin Park. Oh, shit. Imagine if I did a whole show like that with that dopey radio voice. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the PigskinPeete Show. It's 39 degrees outside. It is now 11:05 a.m. I need to practice this. You know, all my taglines and shit. All right, guys, we won't waste any more time. We'll get started here. What do you think about that? Lots of fan police out there going on now. I'll tell you that right now. Man, oh man. It's an epidemic, bro.
Warning. Fan police en route.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. It's your boy. Welcome to the Midday Show. Oh, man, it's already Monday. I got a case of the Mondays. That's right. Got a case of the Mondays. It's up to you guys over the next, whatever, hour and 50 minutes or so to get me out of my funk. I'm in a funk, bro. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about today. Some great games this past weekend. For those who didn't know, there is a hurricane. Well, there's probably more like a tropical depression, or maybe just even a sad-looking thunderstorm, headed to Clemson, South Carolina, this coming Saturday. And as you guys know, Peete Cantore follows all major storms, or even weak ones like the one that's coming up to Clemson. So Peete Cantore is going to have to make an appearance in Clemson, South Carolina this weekend. So stay tuned to the PigskinPeete YouTube channel for that. It'll be a good time. So there's obviously, because of the, we're going to Clemson this weekend, there's going to be some changes to the schedule. There's a lot going on this channel this week, actually. One thing I can't really tell you about because it's kind of a surprise. And well, it's not even on this channel. It's on somebody else's channel. But I'll be going on with somebody tomorrow. I don't know when he's going to upload it, but I'm doing a video with somebody tomorrow, somebody that you guys all know. Of course, I still have, my midday show Monday and Wednesday. I also have my call-in show on Wednesday. I also have the ACC show on Tuesday. Obviously, Friday is a wash because we're leaving Friday morning for Clemson. So there won't be a midday show on Friday, and there won't be a call-in show on Friday night. And there obviously won't be a game stream on Saturday because I'll be at the game. Now, I will be streaming, at least some when I'm up there, because we're going to be with a bunch of people, and we've got a Airbnb on Lake Hartwell. So, and from what I could tell, it looks like a pretty nice place. I mean, they don't build dumpy houses on these lakes. I mean, most of these houses are pretty nice. But anyway. So uploaded videos and some live streams from Clemson, South Carolina. I've mentioned it 100 times. I'm going to continue to mention it for the remainder of this week. For anybody who's going to be in the area or on campus this weekend in Clemson, let me know, or I'll be letting people know where we are. You know, if we stop somewhere to tailgate, or if we go to a certain bar or whatever, and anyone wants to come hang out, say hello, the more the merrier. I'd love to see you. Yeah. And it's like I always say too, you know, people over the years on here be like, oh, if I ever see you at Clemson or this here, I'm gonna kick your ass, you know. Well, if you want to come kick my ass, I'll be there. That's fine too. That's completely fine. Still, after all these years, no one's kicked my ass though. I'm still waiting on that. Still waiting. Hey. Anywho. I feel like I had something else to talk about. I told you I got a case of the Mondays. What was I going to say? Oh! Shout out to our boy, let me turn this back on. Shout out to our boy Scott Kerr. I don't know if Scott's listening or not. But Scott Kerr called me yesterday morning. I just finished shooting the State of the Fan Address video that I do every Sunday, you know, sitting on my back porch like a jabroni. And phone rings and it's Scott. And I said, what's up? And he's like, hey, man, text me your address. He said, I'm going to come bring you this stand-up desk. I don't know if you guys remember a few weeks ago, here's the thing. We're doing this show or the lunch money show or whatever, these 2-hour shows, no problem for your boy. But when it comes to Saturday game streams and I'm sitting in this chair for 8 and 9 hours I get up at halftime and go pee and stuff. But for the majority of the time, I'm sitting on my rear end like I'm doing right now. I can't do that. And I look at some of these other people that are live streaming these games. They're standing up. I don't have a setup to do that. So I was like, I need to get one of those stand-up desks. And now they're not. You don't stand up the whole time. They go up and down. So if I wanted to stand up right now, I could stand up and pull the desk up. Some of you know what I'm talking about. If you have some sort of desk job or something. My wife's got one down in her office. But anyway, he got one from his neighbor. His neighbor just had one he was going to give away. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to bring you this desk. And I was like, Scott, I appreciate it. You don't need to make a special trip way over here. And, you know, I'm not in any hurry for it because I won't be streaming a game until the following week because I'll be in Clemson this weekend. And I said, unless you just really want to get it off of your hands, you know, you're welcome to bring it over if you want. I don't want you to go out of your way. He goes, yeah, no problem. I'm on the way. 15 minutes later, he shows up with the desk. So shout out to him for that. That was really nice of him. He didn't have to do that. I mean, it didn't cost him anything, and it didn't cost me anything, but it was an inconvenience, I'm sure. He didn't have to do that. So Scott's a good guy. Appreciate you, buddy. Now it's the end of the season. I can stand up during these games. I'm looking forward to that, actually. You know, I feel like after these game streams are over, I feel like an old man. I get up and my knees are like hurting and shit from sitting down for 8 hours. So that's good. All right. So what we'll do today is we'll do what we normally do. We'll look at the news, and then we'll open up the StreamYard. Some notable things from this past weekend. Well, you know what? Here's what we'll do. Let's cheers to the chat real quick. Then we're going to look at some of this past weekend's games real quick. And then we'll get to the news. How's that sound? Cheers to the chat. Brad Pitt's here. Sea-Dog is in the house. Sea-Dog, were you at the game? I feel like I should know that. Of course, that's one of the games we want to talk about. Miami steamrolled Georgia Tech. I thought Miami was going to win. I didn't see it being like, wasn't Georgia Tech favored? That was a blowout. Alec Azam is here. Scooter. Good morning, Scooter. Neo. Goose Sports. Kevron Harris. Tiger and the Boro. Says good morning, Pete. Good morning to you too, sir. Luke Walker. R.I.P. Lavelle Davis Jr., Deshaun Perry, and Devin Chandler. Okay. The Nature Boy. Brendan Pratt. Why do I always say Brendan? Brandon. Bama 15% chance of making the playoffs. Who comes up with this nonsense? Anybody who says who? Hold on.
Hey. Wrong. Congratulations. You tried and you failed miserably.
Bama not a playoff team in that.
Playoff team in that. Playoff team in that.
No. Stop it. Oh, Lord. Negative 15% chance. Yeah. Look, Clemson's got a better chance of making the playoffs than Bama does. Think about that for a second. Yeah. Slim Shady Canes. Bet. Fishing. What's up, Fishing? Oh, shout out to Fishing. Unless somebody lied to me this weekend, Fishing went to his first Florida game in the swamp. And not only did he go to his first Florida game in the swamp, he got to see them absolutely destroy and dismantle the South Carolina Gamecocks. So I'm sure you had a good time watching that. Look, I'm not even a Florida fan. I would have loved to have been in the swamp this past weekend to watch them destroy the Gamecocks. I would have been out there doing the gator chomp and the whole deal, the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers stuff too. Slim, send me PayPal money for your bail money after you try to steal the Pebble. Yeah, he's going to need it. And that reminds me, Slim, if you try to steal the Pebble and get arrested, I'm not bailing you out. So, you know what? He's got a good point. You might want to go ahead and put some money away. Give it to a third party who you trust to bail you out. I'll bail you out for just about any other reason. Like if you get in a fight or you do some, other illegal activity that has nothing to do with stealing the rock. I'm a good friend. We'll pull together some money and we'll get you out, buddy. I promise. But try to steal the Pebble, I ain't getting you out. You can rot in jail. What's up, Brock? Another 6-win season for USC Junior. Damn, bro. What's up, Ryan? No, I do have a limit, Slim. Like I said, look, if you commit a homicide, I'll help you bury the body, buddy. All right, but I'm not bailing you out if you try to steal that rock. Keep your filthy damn hands off my rock. You know what I mean? Speaking of the South Carolina Gamecocks, man, oh man, Jackpot done gave up on the team. You seen this? I was still awake. So I was streaming at the same time as Jackpot because the South Carolina game and the Clemson game were on at the same time. And he was streaming no, I take that back. I was doing the members only stream when the Gamecocks were playing for Texas and TCU. And so, anyway, I didn't get to see his live stream. If you guys have been on these member streams, for all you members, you know this. I'll periodically check in with Jackpot if he's streaming the same time as me. Well, people will report to me South Carolina just got scored on, and I know he's about to lose his shit. So I've already got his tab open. I just go click on the tab so we can listen to him in real time and listen to him, blow his stack and whatnot. But anyway, I was still awake at like 2 o'clock. I don't know what time. It was like either 2 or 3 in the morning on Saturday night. And I'm on my phone, and a notification pops up. Jackpot just uploaded the video. I'm like, damn, you uploaded the video at like 3 in the morning? And it's him on there saying that he's given up on the Gamecocks. He's taking all of his Gamecock gear, putting it in a box in a closet. He's not going to support the team until changes are made on the coaching staff and this and that, which I thought was both funny and kind of depressing. I get where the guy's coming from. The Gamecock fans, in my opinion, don't get enough credit for sticking by this shit program for 40 and 50 years. Yeah, I know. Maybe if you're only 25 years old and you have memories as a young man or young person, kid, really, when they had 2 11-win seasons with Steve Spurrier and they beat Clemson, their hated big brother, 5 times in a row, which is really the greatest accomplishment in the history of that program. But anyway, outside of that, there's really been nothing to celebrate with that football program. Nothing. I mean, conference championship, division championships, national championships, shit. Complete dumpster juice. So I give South Carolina fans all the credit. I hate South Carolina. I hate everything about them. But I got to give credit to their fans. They stuck by that shit program for all this time. I mean, they're real fans. All right. So Jackpot is a real fan. So for anybody, this guy's had it up to here and maybe even here. Yeah. And for anybody that will come on and tell Jackpot he's not a real fan, I mean, that's why I played that at the beginning of the show, the fan police deal. I get it all the time, too. Listen, if you're on YouTube, you get the fan police deal all the time. You're not a real fan because you don't agree with me. Yeah, well, Jackpot's, he's had enough and he ain't going to take it no more. You know what I mean?
Warning. Fan police en route.
So, yeah. Shout out to Jackpot. All right, here's what we're going to do. Let's take a look real quick at the game schedule from last week. I was about to say, well, you know what we'll do? We'll do this instead. I'm going to pull up the playoff rankings from last week, the CFP rankings, and we'll just go through like the top, whatever, 5, 10, if we, well, I want to breeze through this so we can get to the news, but we'll just talk about some of the games that happened with the top teams. So I didn't have this pulled up because I just decided to do it a minute ago. Of course, the new rankings come out tomorrow night. I don't know if they come on at 7 or 10. Does anybody know? I mean, I'll look it up, but of course, you guys know we have the ACC show starts at 7. And the past couple of weeks, what we've done is just dedicated the first 15 or 20 minutes of the show to watching the playoff rankings reveal thing. But if it's at 9 o'clock this time, what we'll do is do the show and then react to them at 9 o'clock. Or at least I will. I don't know, Sea-Dog might have to get off at 9 o'clock, but I'll stay on through the rankings if that's the case. All right, so Georgia, big win. Easy win. Ohio State, big win. Easy win. What did Michigan do? I know they won. They beat Nebraska. Oh, yeah, they beat the shit out of Nebraska, 34-3. That's right. It just says right here. TCU, huge win over Texas. That TCU defense completely shut down Texas. Shut them down. So I was streaming that game, so I got to see it. You know, I watched basically the whole thing. I think, when did we turn that off, guys? Was it like halfway through the fourth quarter or at the beginning of the fourth quarter? I don't know, but I couldn't watch that shit anymore. I was like, holy hell. Quinn Ewers looked like he was lost. I really like him. I don't, I don't even know why. I have no idea why. You know, there's certain players that for some reason you watch them play and you watch their demeanor and for whatever reason, you just like, I like that guy. I don't even know why I like him. But I do. Tennessee running up the score on terrible teams. I'm just kidding. I don't care about the running up. The amount of people that cry about running up the score. Jesus Christ. It's football. All right? I mean, this isn't cheerleading competition. You've got Division I Power 5 players lining up against each other. Stop them from scoring. Or take a beating. That's your two choices. Stop them from scoring or take a beating. Cry about it. I'm on Tennessee's fans' side with this. And I heard the same shit over the years with Clemson. You know, lining up against a bad ACC team or whatever. and beating them by 70 points, and everyone cries about it. Oh, Dabo Swinney's an asshole. He plays a Christian, but he's running up to score on people. I wish Clemson would get back to doing that. Southern Cal. Big game this weekend for Southern Cal. They play UCLA. UCLA took a big fat L this weekend. Oh, man, what were they? What? No, they made me look foolish. I had them winning out, UCLA. So much for that. But with Oregon losing, Southern Cal is the only hope left in the Pac-12 to make the playoff, man. They already got one loss. They can't they can't get two losses. Oregon now has two losses. UCLA now has two losses. So if UCLA beats Southern California, bye-bye Pac-12. See you next season. Good luck. Which is a shame because the Pac-12 has been a pretty interesting and good conference for the most part for the entire season so far this year. LSU. Struggle bus win against Arkansas. Yeah. I saw the Ohio State fans over on the Twitter machine saying that the reason that LSU struggled with Arkansas is because cold weather and wind. Yeah. They know all about that, don't they? Yeah. Alabama escapes against Ole Miss. Clemson dominant win over Louisville. Yeah, I know it was 31-16. 6 of those points were scored as the clock hit double zeros. Basically bent over and let them ram it in on the last second. Clemson dominated the game from start to finish. Don't get it twisted. If you didn't watch it, you don't know that. I feel like a broken record because I'm saying the same shit every week. Yeah, well, Clemson really dominated. It wasn't as bad as the scoreboard looked. But it's true. But this is what they do. This is what they do. It's who they are. It's maddening to watch, but it is what it is. And we just talked about Utah losing to Washington. Do you guys think that Bo Nix's Heisman opportunity went down the drain with that loss? When was the last time that we saw a team with like 2 and 3 losses win the Heisman or a player? Was that Lamar Jackson maybe? Got to be. Most every other Heisman winner, it's at the most one-loss team at the time the voting happens. So, there you go. Like I said, we'll take a look at the rankings. Of course, on Tuesdays, I usually put out a ranking prediction video, and I've been pretty good. I haven't been perfect, but I've been pretty damn close to predicting what the playoff committee is going to do and what order they're going to do it in. Aside from the original ranking with LSU, which, I mean, anybody that tells you that they thought that they knew LSU was going to be ranked in the top 10 that first rankings, they're lying to you. Not even LSU fans thought it. But here they are. SEC West champs. All right, let's get to the news, shall we? Yes, we shall.
No complaining.
Oh, shit.
No speaking
Wrong
English. Breaking news from the PigskinPeete YouTube channel.
This is not TMZ, but this is some TMZ type shit you're about to hear right now. Normally I would skip over this, but this just sounds even for somebody like me, this sounds too good not to click on. So we all know that Tom Brady and Giselle finally got a divorce. She couldn't handle him playing football until he was 80 years old, so she said, peace out on you, bro. Giselle was seen on a date with her jiu-jitsu instructor. Anybody that knows anything about jiu-jitsu, it's basically rolling around on the ground together. Yeah, and actually that's what they call it, rolling. Like you know, so and so we're gonna go roll, right? So this guy's out here. Giselle Bündchen walks through the door. Yeah, what do you want? I'm looking for jiu-jitsu instruction. Yeah. I'll be your personal. I'll be your personal instructor. Yeah, you need to wear a lot less when you come in, and we can spend 2 hours a day rolling around together on the ground. How's that sound? Sounds good. Let's see what this says. Oh, God. I don't even know why I clicked on this. This is so, like, stupid. I mean, who knows if it's even true? I'm not going to read this whole thing. I just want to see... All right, let's look at the man. Yeah. Look, you already... Just this guy's name tells me he's a real piece of work. Joaquim Valente. He might be Brazilian. She's Brazilian. Right, so of course she's probably doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he must be a Brazilian instructor with that name like that. That's definitely a Brazilian name. Giselle Bündchen and jiu-jitsu instructor Joaquim Valente were linked in November of 2022 after they were photographed at dinner at a restaurant, Koji and Promise in Costa Rica, with Giselle's 2 children. Damn, she took the kids and all that. Giselle and Joaquim's date came a year after they did a photo shoot for Dust magazine with Joaquim's brothers, Pedro and Gui Valente, in 2021. The brothers own their own jiu-jitsu business, Valente Brothers, in Miami, Florida. That's interesting. Actually, it's not. I don't know why I said that. But wasn't she living in Miami while Tom was living in Tampa Bay? So we know what she was up to. He's out there, you know, doing the, what's it called, the TB12 thing, where he gets 18 back rubs a day and stretches for 18 hours and eats twigs and berries. He's out there doing that, trying to get ready for the NFL season, and she's out here rolling around with Joaquim Valente on a mat. I see what's going on. Yeah, I see what's going on. Give me a second. She belongs to the streets now? No, she belongs to Joaquim. Sorry, I was trying to get something out of my... Anyway, never mind. Carrie Underwood's Tennessee mansion is outrageous. I'm sure it is. She's worth like $100 million or something, isn't she? No quarterback controversy in Arizona. It's Colt McCoy's job. Did anybody happen to see the end of the Minnesota Vikings and Buffalo Bills game yesterday? Talk about a crazy turn of events. Minnesota's down on the goal line. They can score to go up with like 45 seconds left. They get denied. So the Bills take over on downs on the 1 yard line or the half yard line. Josh Allen then fumbles the snap. Minnesota falls on the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. Or no, was it a touchdown or yeah. Yeah, it was a touchdown. So Minnesota goes from almost surely losing to leading with like 45 seconds left. So they were up by 3 at that point. I guess the Buffalo Bills then go down and kick a field goal to tie it. It goes to overtime, and then the Bills lose in overtime. The Bills threw that game away. What's up, Pastor Dave? Well, Josh Allen fumbled the snap to make it to allow that to go to overtime, and then he threw an interception in overtime. So yeah, he had a rough day yesterday. Anyway, I didn't realize anything about any quarterback controversy in Arizona. What's going on with Kyler Murray? Get benched or something for being terrible? No, I guess he's banged up. As a backup, you never know when your opportunity is going to strike. McCoy said, honestly, I want Kyler Murray to be healthy. He's a phenomenal player. But in this situation with linemen out, our backs against the wall, division game on the road, I dug deep and was proud to go out there and play as hard as I can. Yeah, they're not going to bench Murray. How much are they paying that man? He just signed like a friggin' ridiculous contract, didn't he? That's a Big Papa. You know what? That's an excellent point. You said, why didn't the Bills just take a safety and win the game? Yeah. Well, then they would have, if they took the safety, they would have had to kick the ball off. So that would have given Minnesota at least some time to do something. But you're right, though. Not a bad strategy. All right, that's not really a news story. So Colt McCoy is the backup while Kyler Murray's out. Man, the news today is just not good. Oh yeah, so we watched the video of this on the live stream Saturday. The 2 planes that collided in that air show in Dallas. It's hard to watch. And so the speculation from all the people that were watching it were, because I'm like, how does that happen? Like, if you're the pilot of that smaller plane, you clearly see that what is that, the B-17. How do you fly into it like that? So somebody was like, well, I don't know, it looked intentional. I was like, I don't know. 2 military planes collide during an air show in Dallas, Texas on Saturday. A Boeing B-17 and a Bell P-63 were involved in a crash that left 6 people dead. The Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress and the Bell P-63 King Cobra collided around 1:20 p.m. local time, Dallas Executive Airport. The video posted on Twitter on Saturday showed the 2 planes crashing into each other and the B-17 splitting in half on impact. Yeah, splits in half on impact, then falls to the ground. When it hits the ground, it's a massive explosion. Here it is.
Dios mío! Oh, Dios mío!
I don't understand how that happens. These aren't some amateur pilots here. I mean, these are military pilots. Yeah. Terry Barker, an Army veteran and former American Airlines pilot, was the B-17 bomber that crashed. Terry Barker was beloved by many. He was a friend and someone whose guidance I sought. I wonder how old he was. Doesn't matter. Not old enough for that. Too young to die. Retired pilots typically volunteer to fly these planes at air shows. Coach said the planes were in good condition despite being vintage and dating back to World War II. This was a World War II. Oh, shit, what happened? Well, I don't know. I didn't push anything to back out of that. I don't know why I backed out. Did that on its own. I was still reading that. This was a World War II flight demonstration type air show where we highlighted the aircraft and their capabilities. There is a look. That's a really cool picture too. That's a picture of a B-17 from World War II. That's a cool looking plane there. You can see, you remember back in the day, it's got this clear glass looking deal on the nose of the plane with a gunman and sitting in there. Of course, now everything's, automated. They don't have to actually sit there and shoot a gun. There's actually a guy in there shooting a gun. Probably a 50 millimeter round or something like that. I don't know what kind of round comes out of that. I'm not an expert on airplanes by any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, still cool. Look at that fireball. Some 4,000 to 6,000 people were at the air show when the collision happened. So there's not really anything in here talking about. They did mention the guy that was flying the B-17. They didn't really say anything about the guy flying the smaller plane, whose fault it was. He's the one that kind of ran it, not kind of, did run into the B-17. I think it's weird they're not saying anything about that person. Or maybe they are just not on here. Because I don't know. Again, a lot of people have the theory that this was intentional. I don't know. Look, could have been maybe, I don't know. For all we know, the guy had some sort of medical issue, and the plane just did what it did. He didn't fly it in on purpose. I don't know, so I'm not going to say that he did. Guy could have had a heart attack or something and then flew into the other plane. Obviously, he's not around to ask. Pot smoking baby boomers are on the rise. Yeah. Why are scientists so happy for them? Hint, benefits for aging brain. Yeah, well, is pot smoking for baby boomers really on the rise, or are they just not, hiding it anymore? I'm going to go with the latter. Now it's been legalized in so many places, destigmatized. The propaganda about the dangers of weed and the scary weed plant, that's all changed. So people are just more open about it now. They just don't care anymore. Nobody cares. And if you do care, you're fucking weird. As a cannabis user gets older and as weed consumption among seniors becomes more common, it has quadrupled in the past 7 years. Again, has it quadrupled? Or has the amount of people that don't care to tell you that they're doing it quadrupled? A group of scientists honed in on this large demographic of pot-smoking baby boomers. And guess what? The results suggest that the use of the whole plant cannabis does not have a negative impact on cognition. In fact, the opposite is true. A study done at the University of Colorado Boulder examined the effects of cannabis on the use of adults aged 60 to 88 with no history of alcohol or other substance abuse. A scientist not involved in the study noted that while high THC levels can have negative effects on the adolescent brain, quite the opposite is true for the older brains. Older cannabis users relative to non-users have significantly greater neuronal communication between the cerebellum and the hippocampus. Yeah. So if you're anywhere age 60 to 88, smoke away, my friends. Have fun with that. You're in the fourth quarter of your life anyway. You may as well enjoy it. During normal aging, the decline of cannabinoid receptors correlates with increased levels of inflammation in these brain regions, causing loss of neurons in the hippocampus, which is critical for learning and memory. This is, in short, explains age-related memory impairment. So if you're old, partaking in a little bit of sticky icky might actually make your memory better. Yeah. Low-dose daily cannabis use after the age of 55 might effectively reduce degenerative effects of chronic brain inflammation. So there you go, folks. All you retired folk, get your lighters. Get your lighters. Oh, half of these ads are about what some celebrity chick wore. Like, who cares? Nick Cannon just had his 11th child. Damn, son. Can we get this man a vasectomy? Jeez, man. How many baby mommies has he got? You got 11 kids. I'm going to say at least 5 baby mamas, right? Incoming, Nick Cannon's kids have been making constant headlines this year and the year before. The Wild 'N Out star keeps making babies with his baby mamas, and no one is stopping him. Well, nobody can stop him other than himself. He's got the power. God, you imagine how much child support this man pays? He's been famous and making a lot of money for a long time. Nick Cannon's been around for at least 20 years. He's got to be close to my age. I don't know. But can you imagine? This man's going to have to work till he's 90, bro. He ain't never going to retire. The Pack Addict. Yeah, that's right, Pete. Condone drug and smoking. Look, sir, I don't know. If you're so ignorant that you think that the big bad marijuana is gonna destroy society, that's your problem, not mine. So you can go cry about it somewhere else. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, but this man's gonna have to work till he's 100 years old. You know what I mean? Yeah, so he's got another kid. He said, lung cancer, here we come. Yeah, there's never been a single case of cancer linked to marijuana use ever in the history of science, my friend. Look, if we destroyed somebody's life, it's because they were a loser to begin with. It's not the weed that destroyed their life. They were just a loser. That's it. We destroyed somebody's life. God damn. You know what? So I've heard it all. I've heard it all. 2 dark ships were spotted near Nord Stream pipeline leaks day before the explosions were detected, satellite data analysis firm says. What? Two dark ships were spotted near the Nord Stream leaks, a satellite data analysis firm says. It detected 25 ships near the leak sites, 2 of which had turned off their trackers. A ship turning off its AIS tracker is largely seen as a red flag on international waters. Uh-oh. We got some spy boats. 2 ships with their trackers turned off sailed near the leak sites of Nord Stream 2 pipelines just days before the pipelines were ripped open by subsea explosions, a satellite data analysis firm says. The vessels were both 311 feet and 426 feet long and had their automatic identification systems, or AIS trackers, switched off, said Jerry Javernicki, the co-founder of Space Now. They had their beacons off, meaning that there was no information about their movement, and that they were trying to keep the location information and general information hidden from the world. A ship switching off a transponder is often seen as a red flag, and such a practice is common for vessels engaged in illicit activities such as illegal fishing, human trafficking, and dodging sanctions. U.S. authorities call it deceptive shipping practice and advise ports to be wary of ships that manipulate their trackers. So they're somehow linking this to, to the pipeline thing that happened in, the pipeline that led to Europe, the natural gas line that was blown up. Yeah. There's more news about the airplane crash. Megan Fox shares topless BTS photo. I feel like they're always when we do these news segments, there's always at least one story, and of course I never click on it, about Megan Fox and what's the guy she's dating name? Oh, Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah. Weird couple there. This truck can't do normal truck things. A YouTube auto star, what's a YouTube auto star? Says towing with the Ford's new electric pickup is a total disaster. Wait, so you mean an electric truck can't pull as good as a diesel? No, stop it. These electric vehicles, like Teslas and whatnot, they have tremendous speed. They're very fast cars, but there's not a lot of torque. It's just, yeah, this is not surprising. According to Tyler Hoover, who runs Hoovy's Garage YouTube channel with 1.5 million subscribers, an electric pickup truck might not be a great option if you need to tow something. In a recent, what the hell just happened? That's the second time it's done that. It just pops right out of the story. I gotta find where I was again. In a recent video, Hoover tried to tow an old 1930s Ford pickup truck with his brand new Ford F-150 Lightning. The test did not go well, as the new electric truck used up way more range than expected. If a truck is towing 3,500 pounds, it can't even go 100 miles. That's ridiculously stupid. This truck can't do normal things. The video titled "Towing with My Ford Lightning EV Pickup Was a Total Disaster" has now amassed more than 2.8 million views. You would be stopping every hour to recharge, which would take you about 45 minutes a pop. And it's absolutely not practical. But does that mean it's time to ditch your electric vehicle stocks? Not necessarily. Although EV stocks have largely pulled back this year, Wall Street says big opportunities and quite a few of them. Well, look, I don't know about the stock market and investing in electric cars or vehicles or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's surprised that an electric truck can't pull as good as a gas or a diesel. I mean, that's just silly. That's common sense. But as far as the investing in electric vehicles, that's the way things are going. So whether you like it or not is a different story, but it's going that way. So I think that probably investing, as long as it's not, it still has to be a smart investment, but I think it's safe to say there's going to be a lot of money spent both researching and in the public, consumption of electric vehicles over the next, however long, 50 years. Until we can learn how to do anti-gravity like the aliens, and we won't need electric cars or gas cars. We can just, fly Fly around like flying saucers from point A to point B instantaneously. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. A UFO, bro. All right. I'm going to, let me see if there's one more story I might read. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get straight to the StreamYard. You guys still talking about the weed thing? Yeah. It's one of the silliest things I've heard all day. I spent the night in an Earth Cruiser overlanding RV and saw why people are shelling out $350,000 for a luxurious home on wheels. Some of those RVs are freaking ridiculous. Some of those RVs are nicer than most people's houses. And that's no cap. They're obviously not as big as a house. But they've got more they've got more bells and whistles in those damn things. Yeah, $350,000. That's more than my house cost. $350,000. Jeez, man. Elon Musk constantly in the news. The best thing about Elon Musk buying Twitter, and I don't care if you like it or not, that's not the point. The best part is, ever since he's owned Twitter, all people do is spend all day on Twitter complaining about Twitter. It's like, bro, how dumb can you be to spend all day on Twitter complaining about Twitter? If you don't like Twitter, don't go on Twitter. I mean, what the hell? It's like the same people that come on my YouTube channel and some of these other YouTubers, and they're constantly in the comment section telling you how much you suck. If I suck so bad, what are you doing here? I find there's a lot of things, whether it's social media, YouTube, or just other things in daily life that I don't have any interest in. Right? I might think it sucks. I might think it's boring. I might think it's terrible. Guess what I do? I don't engage in it. These people on Twitter are like 5-year-olds. They're looking for attention. And then they go on there and go, yeah, I'm leaving Twitter. Okay, later. Nobody fucking cares if you leave Twitter. Like, how full of yourself do you have to be to announce to Twitter land that you're leaving Twitter? What do they expect people to come on and go, no, please don't leave Twitter. I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do now? There's 1.5 billion people on Twitter. This dickhead's leaving and he thinks that anybody cares. It's actually, I don't know where Twitter's going. But ever since he's taken it over, it's a hell of a lot more entertaining watching people cry about it. Now they're trying to get the government involved, saying that he's some sort of threat to democracy or some bullshit. Jesus Christ, these people have lost their mind. All right, with that being said, Pete, did you hear about Virginia football players getting murdered? Zay Green. No. What are you talking about? What? Let me go to the sports news here real quick. I'm surprised that wasn't in, just in the regular news. When did this happen? This weekend? How did I not hear about that? Is that what Luke was talking about in the comment? I mean, the cheers to the chat. He named 3 guys instead. Rest in peace. I didn't know what he was talking about. Let me search this. Yeah, here it is. 3 University of Virginia football players killed in mass shooting. Oh, Jesus Christ. Was it? Oh, my God. UVA President Jim Ryan said that football players Devin Chandler, Lavelle Davis Jr., and Deshaun Perry were all killed. 2 other people were shot and are being treated. One is in good condition. The other is in critical condition. Their names were not released. According to Ryan, the shooting Sunday night occurred on a bus full of students returning from a field trip. I'm not gonna even say this fucking guy's name, this piece of shit who murdered these people, because I don't even. They shouldn't even put these guys' names in the paper. They shouldn't give them 1 single second of quote unquote fame or notoriety. Davis, he was a junior from Dorchester, South Carolina, which is where I went to school. He might have went to my high school. Who is it? What's his name? I grew up in Dorchester. No, well, I grew up in the Dorchester area. I don't know. Dorchester, South Carolina might be an actual city, but part of Somerville is called Dorchester, and where I grew up in Somerville. So I don't know which one that is. I'll look his name up though. Lavelle Davis. Perry, a junior from Miami, had 5 tackles in 3 games, including 2 in Saturday's loss to Pitt. He had an 84-yard interception return for touchdowns during this freshman of 2020. Now I'm bummed out, man. What the fuck? No. I don't even really know what to say about it. Other than rest in peace to those guys. I mean, it's terrible. All right. What's up, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
Hey guys, I'm doing good. How about you, Pete?
Well, I was doing amazing and fantastic until about 3 minutes ago. I found out about these guys getting murdered.
Terrible news. That is terrible news. What you read?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I read the story right, it was a former player that did it.
Really?
He was a former walk-on the team.
Oh God.
Yeah, so probably some beef from back when he was on the team, I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have beef though. They don't go murdering people. I mean, the guy's obviously mentally ill.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that's an excuse.
Right.
Yeah. If you can tell by my voice, I have a little bit of a cold. Due to the weather from Saturday, for my flag football tournament. I kind of sound like a Ohio State fan. I'm just kidding. It was like 19 degrees in the morning while I was playing flag football. And it was snowing a little. And and yes, I wore layers and stuff. And our first game we won. Our first game we lost by 7 points, and our second game we lost. We won by 2 points. So, yeah, I threw for 2 touchdowns.
You threw for 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, for a second game.
Oh,
yeah.
damn, Nate. Nate's out there giving them the business, isn't he?
Yeah, wow, good job, Nate.
Yep.
Yeah. Fucking Nate Brady over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't do any drugs, Nate, or it'll all go downhill.
No.
Do they have a flag football Heisman? Imagine Nate wins the Heisman, the flag football Heisman.
Yeah, flag football Heisman.
Yeah, Nate's the Drake May of flag football.
No, I can't run because, well, I could if I wanted to, but I can't run. I'm basically like Tom. I'm not Tom Brady, but I'm basically like Tom Brady that can't run.
Tom Brady can't run.
I know.
Tom Brady can't run that good either. So
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah, but Tom Brady's got an excuse. He's 45 years old.
yeah.
Nate's not.
Well, I'm 20. I'm 21. Woohoo.
I'm pushing it. Nate, yeah, Nate's not. Nate's how old are you, Nate? 20. What are you?
21.
20. Well, yeah, that's right. You just turned 21. You just turned old enough to drink. That's right.
Yeah, beer age. Yep.
Beer age. That's right.
I'm addicted. I'm addicted to beer now. So.
Well, you don't. Not alcoholic beer though.
Yeah. Well, still same thing. Well, still beer.
Yeah. That's all right. So you like the taste of it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Thanks to my dad. But how's everyone's day except for mine? Because mine's crappy because I'm cold.
Mm-hmm.
I know Pete's doing amazing, fantastic stuff for the story, but how's yours, Vic? And Slim?
yeah, it's been going okay so far, but there's still time.
It's still time to mess it all up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at
I
it.
learned something new today that marijuana is destroying society.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he could have phrased that better and actually kind of made a point. I mean, in general, I think it's dumb, but I mean, is anybody going to say that society's better off than it was?
No.
60 years
First of
ago?
all, what he typed to me was that I was promoting drug use.
What? How dare you?
And that destroys people's lives and gives them lung cancer. Everything he said was stupid. So I mean, it's one thing if you think that the culture of marijuana and that out west and whatnot is bad for society, but to come on and say that lung cancer and promoting drug use and destroying people's lives, I would never do that.
No.
Well, and I don't think it does either. Like I said,
he made a personal attack on me.
Point.
He made a personal attack on me though, not the weed.
Yeah.
Personal attack. Yeah, personal attack.
Personal attack in that.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of those personal attacks lately, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
We live in an evil world.
Pete has been promoting drugs for as long as I know.
yeah, I was referring to campaign ads.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a different thing.
Now, I wish this is not going to happen, but if I'm not, hope it does not include politics, but if World War III happens, my state will be one of the first targets.
Really, Nebraska? Come on.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
I have my doubts about that.
No.
I think California.
No,
Yeah, it would be
look it up.
Sorry. No, I think California would be the first.
I'm not joking you. It's called World War III something simulation. It looks real, but it's a simulation. I should have.
Assimilation.
I think I've seen what he's talking about, and what it is isn't it a YouTube video, Nate?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've seen it too. It's a simulation of what would happen.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But that's basically just some YouTube guys.
I know, but
World War III.
Well, I know any of us hope it doesn't happen. I mean, who knows? But I didn't want to bring this up, but I just want to let y'all know if that happens.
Well, if Vic is right and they go after California first and blow it off the face of the map, if they stop there, I'll add them to my Christmas card list.
Jesus Christ. Well,
but yeah,
it won't stop there. You're talking about the end of the world. That happens. So
yeah. But I'm not kidding about Nebraska. They're not gonna nuke the whole state of Nebraska. I mean, maybe, but I think it's Nebraska because of Omaha's Air Force Base. They do have an Air Force Base. It's called Offutt. It's one of the important ones for the Air Force bases.
Now wait a minute, Pete. You don't think if World War III kicks off that they'll honor the Geneva Convention and it's not in the world?
no.
No.
I mean, it won't completely destroy the world, but those that are left over with whatever's left over, it ain't gonna be worth living anyway. So.
And don't get me wrong, Pete. The video I was talking about, I thought it was scary.
Yeah, I didn't watch the video, but I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
We can try to find it.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I could send you.
I feel weird typing into a search bar something about the end of the world.
Here. Let me. Here.
I think that's far from the weirdest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty true. Yeah.
Share. Nope.
Here it is. It's how would the United States fight World War III? Is that it? 4.2 million views 4 months ago.
4.2 million.
You went viral.
Well, these all are. Nuclear war simulation, 8 million views.
I have it in private chat in the StreamYard link. I don't know if you got it or not.
Oh, I didn't. Hold on.
Private chat. There it is. YouTube /TDOLXCHPT8.
Well, it's just a link.
Nuclear attack broadcast. So you got one that nobody watched other than you.
Yeah.
Militarily, but also full of symbolism. So the fear is
I don't.
this could trigger.
I think there's much better ones than this one. But whatever. Let me. We'll watch this one since Nate took the time.
I thought it was scary.
Yeah, we've gone from electric trucks to World War III. Where is it?
Yeah, I know. We've gone from weed to trucks.
Yeah, weed to trucks to World War III, and everything in between, really.
Everything in between. Yeah, there's more we could add to that list.
Yeah.
Very strong
Talked about
Russian response.
Airplanes. Giselle Bundchen rolling around with some guy named Vincent or some shit.
A major city in the south of the country, very close to the.
Yeah, what
does that sound?
ringing? Is
that the doorbell?
Damn, I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, you said it's the end of the world as we know it. Hey, do you like that song, Nate?
Yeah. I think I heard it in.
It's REM. It's C Dog's favorite band. He loves REM.
I heard it in a movie. I forgot what it's called. With Adam Sandler and his fake kids, whatever it is. I forgot. Is it Blended? No, it's not it. One of Adam Sandler movies with the same actor that was in Blended, or actress.
We interrupt this program.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is a national
Here you go.
emergency. Important instructions will follow.
This is what would happen. This is what would happen if there was a nuclear attack imminent right here, according to them.
Yeah.
A national emergency action notification for the continental United States.
Issued a national emergency action notification for the continental United States. This station has interrupted its regular program at the request of the U.S. government to participate in the emergency broadcast system.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
This is not a
That
test.
was what the video said. Yeah, I believe you, Nate, that's what the video said.
Mm-hmm.
The National Primary EAS system.
Okay,
has issued national
enough with the
emergency
Let's get to the simulation here. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Is this all this is, Nate? What'd you have me click on, Nate?
Just get to the shelter.
The District of Columbia.
The states area. I wanted to show you.
I see the reason that nobody other than you watched this.
Dude,
This is,
the clickbait dude.
yeah.
Timestamp.
Timestamp. Hell, the video's almost over. But I'm sliding this thing and I'm seeing nothing. Hold on.
Well, you could do yours after mine if you want.
Well, it's not. I don't have one, but I just. Oh yeah. All right, we're out of here. Later, bro. Let's do World War III simulation. Let's look at the one that says, "How would the United States fight World War III?" It's only, how long is it? We won't watch the whole thing. It's 11 minutes long, but anyway.
SeatGeek presents the High Fives.
No. This is very morbid, by the way.
Yeah, what is the purpose of this?
I don't know. Nate brought it up. Nate's been sitting around thinking about the end of the world, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, can we go back to shit electric trucks? That's a better conversation.
I mean, I understand being a Nebraska fan sucks and all, but goddamn, the end of the world, Nate? I don't think it's the end of the world.
Yeah, we need a driver in here to talk about it.
Worries, okay? So far, the Simpsons had
conflict has broken
right
out in Europe.
predictions about everything.
Oh, now we're gonna get into what the Simpsons predicted, right?
Yeah, the Simpsons nuclear war prediction. Here we go.
Many with a deep sense of uncertainty. Nearly 70% of Americans surveyed by the American Psychological Association fear that we are at the beginning stages of World War III. The prospect of nuclear conflict.
Well, they did predict Donald Trump would be president like 10 years before it happened. I'll give them that.
Did they really?
Yeah,
they actually predicted a lot of stuff. But
yeah, I've seen those.
But there's also like thousands of episodes, so you're taking out shots. Some of them are going to go in.
Well, that's true. After this very depressing nuclear war video is over, I'll pull up all the things that Simpsons have predicted. We'll look at that.
Launched the 3 Strays Minuteman 3 travels at speeds of over 15,000 miles.
Can you guys hear that?
No.
No.
So nobody on StreamYard can hear the YouTube video?
No.
Oh, what the
I didn't hear
fuck?
the last one either. So.
I don't
No,
understand.
we can't hear it. We can't see it. We can't hear it.
Well, you can see it on YouTube and you can hear it on YouTube too, but you can't.
But I'm on my phone.
Yeah. Well, that sucks.
Okay, I guess I can watch it myself later.
Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't come over the StreamYard. Everything else does, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, we'll just have a conversation about it later once we all go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the Wednesday.
Except for the World War III part, let's talk about the standings in the pick'em.
No, I'll do that. I'll do that on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
Yeah. Well, damn it, that kind of puts a.
Well, about the pick'em, your boy went 7 for 8. So yeah.
I went 6 for 8.
So I would like to say.
That explains why he showed up. Because I did good one week. I'm gonna show up and brag about it.
I've done good multiple weeks, sir.
This is interesting.
Right now.
I know you guys can't see the screen.
No.
But anyway, what the people on YouTube can see it, and they can hear it. But what's interesting here is this is a different video.
Yeah.
And Nate, it says it's talking about strategic, first strikes by I'm assuming the Russians. It's the Nebraska area. He's right.
I'm right.
Now, why would that be?
I mean,
It sucks to suck, Nebraska.
I can see more from Colorado because NORAD's in Colorado, but
Yeah. Well, it's got that whole region circle. It's not just Nebraska. It's that, like you said, it's that whole area. So, and also, I mean, doesn't the majority of our wheat and stuff come from that area and corn? So that would destroy the farm system.
And plus the I know corn and stuff, but it's I think it's because the Air Force Base that I said off it is because that's the bunker the base that the presidents or any president go if we had a nuclear war or something like that.
Well,
the last president went there was Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Well, no, that's not true, Nate. They would go to Edwards Air Force Base right outside of Washington.
No, it is true.
I'm pretty sure this is the nuclear silos they're aiming at.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
No,
they're Nebraska and Wyoming.
Yeah, Leonard says stop corn. Yeah, that's his.
I mean, Nate, literally by helicopter, they could have the president from the White House to Andrews in less than half an hour.
But see, but this area though is big for farming, big for the military, right? That's where out in that area, Nevada and stuff.
Yeah.
It looks like it kind of goes into Nevada a little bit on this map. But yeah, all the Area 51, S4, all those highly secret military compounds. That's where they are. It's probably where a lot of the nukes are stored too, I would imagine.
It is where they're stored.
I think.
But there would be thousands in the air by the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, they got nukes planted all over the country, not to mention all the subs that are loaded up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, that was.
Hopefully they didn't try and. Hopefully they didn't try and haul them around with electric F-150s.
Yeah. The good thing about America is if Russia invades or something like that, the civilians has guns.
You can't
Russia would never actually invade.
Yeah, he ain't invading. And the only way you're going to do anything is just shoot a nuke at us. That's it. And if you do that, if you do that, it's suicide. So
Russia can't invade Ukraine. It's right next to them. They can't go over the ocean.
Well, I don't think there is an army in the world that could actually invade this.
No, I don't think so either. No.
Well, yeah.
It's too big.
Maybe China and Russia combined, but that's.
It's hard to go into another country and win a war.
Ocean, though.
Without.
Neither one of them have the capability of getting their forces across the ocean.
Well, same for us, though. At the same time, if you say that.
We don't have to. We're being invaded. We're just trying to defend ourselves.
Yeah.
When you talk about war, there's always a massive home field advantage.
Oh yeah. There's a reason. There's a reason the U.S. Navy's the best in the world because this is literally the only country that's had to scale an ocean to fight a war.
Dark.
And actually won.
We got submarines, bro.
We got a lot of submarines.
Let's do a comparison that everybody can understand. We have F-350s to get across the ocean. They've got electric F-150s.
All right, so who's interested in this? 16 times that The Simpsons predicted the future. Over the course of dozens of seasons and 700 plus episodes. Blah, 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 blah. Let's just get to the predictions here. What happened on The Simpsons in 1992 episode Homer at Bat? Then Yankees first baseman Don Mattingly, who was recruited to the nuclear plant's all-star softball team, was benched by the ruthless Mr. Burns because of his sideburns. What happened in real life? 6 months before, the ruthless Yankees owner George Steinbrenner ordered the team's manager not to play anyone who did not adhere to clean-cut policy, and Mattingly was benched for not trimming his hair. Okay.
That's kind of weird, but funny.
In 1992, Lisa the Greek. Homer exploits Lisa's uncanny ability to successfully forecast the outcomes of NFL games. When she discovers that what he's up to, she is so upset she only is able to make it to the Super Bowl prediction. Washington will win if she still loves her dad, and the Buffalo Bills will prevail if she no longer does. Not surprisingly, Washington wins. So, yeah, then there was the Super Bowl. A few days after the episode aired, Washington defeated Buffalo in Super Bowl, whatever. Yes, but okay.
That's a 50%.
That's a 50% chance of getting that right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really not a prediction. That's just, hell, even I get stuff right sometimes. Well,
and the Don Mattingly thing also isn't that impressive because people joke about the Yankees' haircut policy all the time.
Yeah. What just happened here? Now they want me to subscribe to this dumbass shit? No, I'm not paying. Sorry.
Well, that's it. Then.
Let's see if there's another website that has it for free. Sure there is.
I hate when they ask you for your money. I hate that. Just give us.
Well, they can ask all they want. I'm just not going to give it to them. So.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, capitalism in that.
Yeah, capitalism in that.
Or going voodoo.
An episode from 1990 titled Itchy and Scratchy and Marge showed Springfieldians protesting. God, another pop-up ad right over my... where was I at now? I get mad when they pop up in front of where I can't read. An episode from 1990, Itchy and Scratchy and Marge showed Springfieldians protesting against Michelangelo's statue of David being exhibited in the local museum, calling for the artwork obscene and its nudity. So you guys know exactly what statue that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
The satire of censorship came true in July of 2016 when Russian campaigners voted on whether to clothe a copy of the Renaissance statue that had been set up in central St. Petersburg. I don't really think that's a prediction, is it?
No,
Not really, no.
There is really, I mean, there's been a couple that are kind of like interesting, but most of these, they're really reaching.
Yeah, the Donald Trump president one's really impressive.
There are more interesting.
But some of these
Yeah.
are just kind of lucky things that you could have guessed.
I'm dying over here.
This one's a Beatles prediction. In 1991, an episode of The Simpsons saw the Beatles, Ringo Starr, diligently answering fan mail that had been written from decades ago. In September of 2013, two Beatles fans were from Essex, I guess that's in England,
Essex, yeah.
received a reply from Paul McCartney to a letter and recording they'd sent to the band 50 years ago. The recording was sent to a London theater. The band was due to play, but was found years later in a car boot sale by a historian. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. A 50-year-old letter respond to.
Oh, Don Mattingly sideburns again.
Yeah. Go past that one. Oh, now this one. Hey, now this one. Siegfried and Roy tiger attack. They now look. To be fair, I think pretty much everybody knew it's just a matter of time before one of those tigers went tiger on that motherfucker and bit him. You know. I mean, how long did they do that show for? Like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah. The Simpsons parodied entertainers Siegfried and Roy in 1993 episode called Springfield, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying About Love Legalized Gambling. What? During the episode, the magicians are viciously mauled by a trained white tiger while performing in a casino, which is exactly what happened. In 2003, Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy was attacked during a live performance by Montecore, one of their white tigers. Roy lived but sustained severe injuries in the attack. Yeah, he barely lived. They got that tiger pretty much ripped his neck out.
Ugh.
And his face. Have you seen what his face looks like now? It had to be like completely reconstructed.
Like a big scar on his face, I think, or scratches. I don't know.
Yeah. You know, they're lucky. I talked about this before. You guys know how I feel about the wild animal deal. But yeah. It's really kind of surprising because if you ever know anybody that went to one of those shows that Siegfried and Roy did, or if you ever went to one yourself, there was nothing protecting the audience from those tigers.
Right.
There was no like net or glass or whatever. Nothing. And so if one of those tigers just decided, you know what, I'm just going to try to kill as many of these fucking people as I can right now, there's nothing you're going to do about it, they could have just jumped right in the crowd and started mauling people. And that never happened, obviously. But it was just a matter of time before one of those tigers said, yeah, I'm not wearing a skirt and riding around on a unicycle anymore for you, bitch. I'm going to go ahead and eat you. You know what I mean? So.
Well, The Simpsons didn't make an episode about it, so yeah, apparently it's not.
And then people got mad at the tiger. That's what got me about the whole thing.
Yeah, they put the tiger down, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm sure they did, yeah.
Yeah, they killed the tiger.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, at least put him in one of those sanctuaries. You know what they should have done?
Yeah.
LSU should have adopted him and put him in that cage with that other tiger.
Yeah, let's put him down. What tiger?
The eye of the tiger. Sorry.
Let him wrestle Mike Tyson or something.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's lucky he never got eaten either. Have you guys heard Mike Tyson talk about that? He talked about it recently on Joe Rogan's show. You know, when he owned the Tigers.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't just own them. I mean, they lived in his house. They weren't caged. They slept in his bed with him.
What the?
Yeah.
Oh, he legit wrestled them. That's why I said that.
He said he wasn't scared of the Tigers at all, but like people would come over and the Tigers would sometimes get like territorial, like if they were spending too much time around Mike, you know? And so I think there was a couple of instances where the Tigers kind of like, you know, didn't really hurt somebody, but kind of went after him you know, like one of his friends comes over his house, and all of a sudden this tiger's in your face, you know, growling at you and shit. Yeah, no thank you. I'm not going in your house if you have a tiger. That's just all there is to it.
Fuck that.
Yeah, good luck getting
I just
late.
want to acquire a tiger as a pet.
I mean, of course, Pete's not going to go to a party at your house if there's a tiger. He wouldn't even help bail his buddies out of jail.
Yeah, they're trying to steal a rock.
Luke just asked, how does somebody acquire a tiger? Have you not seen Tiger King, sir? There is thousands. There's a huge black market, mainly in the state of Texas, in that area, Texas, Oklahoma. You got $300 or $400, you can get you a baby tiger.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That kind of business, you have to know somebody. You can't just, pop on down to your local pet shop.
Yeah, but guess what though? It is like tiger trafficking and breeding is illegal, but in the state of Texas,
taking your pet tiger to the vet.
In the state of Texas, it's not illegal to own a tiger. You can, if you can get the tiger, acquire it legally somehow, you can own it. They can't. They're not going to come take it from you.
Yeah, but if you don't, good luck to you, dude.
Well, I don't want a tiger. But
Well, I mean, who's going to go take a tiger from Mike Tyson?
nobody.
Or buy a tiger that's going to grow up. I mean,
the only people that would steal a tiger from Mike Tyson is the guys from the Hangover movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, except for them.
I have a cold. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't stop coughing.
You can hear
That's like somebody saying they're just going to walk up and bitch slap Chuck Norris. No, you're not.
Pete Digits says that PetSmart sells tigers. I don't know about that.
I'm going PetSmart.
Anyway, back to this Simpsons thing. So the only one that's been good so
North
far.
Carolina beats Clemson in the ACC championship. That's going to happen.
Well, I wonder if the Simpsons are going to predict LSU to beat Georgia in the SEC championship.
yeah, they're not going to do that either.
That could.
The Simpsons introduced the idea of a watch you could use as a phone, and an episode aired in 1995, nearly 20 years before the Apple Watch was released. That wasn't just the Simpsons, was it?
I don't know.
Didn't they do that kind of shit like on Star Trek back in the 60s?
Again, that's a thing that a lot of people would have predicted to happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but The Simpsons was predicting it to happen in their lifetime. Star Trek said 300 years or something in the future.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I think the better thing to look up would be the Simpson conspiracies, because that's when it actually.
Like, are we gonna say that George Lucas predicted the future because holograms exist now?
Yeah. And and
lightsaber.
You know what's the funny thing about Star Trek is they predicted a lot of things. I mean, that we use now. Guess what it didn't predict?
Simpsons.
Cell phones or internet.
Wow.
I mean, you could beam me up, Scotty, but you can't call somebody on the other side of the world in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Right.
Well, no, they can call somebody on the other side of the universe in 2 seconds.
Well, no, they couldn't though.
Actually, I heard that I know we're still on the Simpsons part, but I heard that NASA or something like that part of I heard that Elon Musk and NASA's CEO or something like that, or chair, whatever it is, they found a way to build a light speed spaceship.
No. Mm-mm. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's got to be the cushiest job in the world, to be the CEO of NASA, because there's literally no expectations for you or your company.
Yeah. Well,
just try stuff.
Pretty much.
It would be fun though.
You'd have multiple multi-billion-dollar failures, and
there
no
is
problem.
a. Don't worry, Slim. It's just mine and your money. Don't worry about it. It's not their money. There is an eerie video of a guy that predicts the internet and cell phones, and from like 1970 something.
Wow.
And he describes what's going on right now in 2022 perfectly to a T, and it's like 40, 50 years ago. Let me see if I can find
Holy
that.
shit. Sorry.
It's pretty wild. And I think it was on somebody's talk show, and they were all laughing about it. I think it was on like David Letterman or something. You know what I'm talking about, Slim?
I've heard of it. Yeah, he disappeared right along with that guy that invented the car that runs off water.
No,
That's not a joke.
I know.
There's a guy
I know.
that invented a car that runs off water.
Tesla disappeared too.
Well,
Nate, if you could hit that mute button when you're coughing, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, Nate.
The guy that invented that car, he got poisoned. He didn't disappear.
Yeah.
They took him out.
And he got taken out by the big oil people.
Yeah, they hired the mafia. They put 50 grand on his head.
I'm just too busy. I can't even fucking type, man.
Why is that?
Guy predicts internet.
That's actually that's talent for predicting that.
I think this might be it. Arthur C. Clarke predicts the internet in 1964. The BBC Horizon documentary in 1964. This might be it, but let's see. Oh, you guys can't hear it.
No.
Damn it.
Damn it.
I mean, the internet's been around since
But what
the
about the
70s.
city
I mean,
the
it
day
just
after
wasn't
tomorrow?
publicly available until the late 90s.
Well, but just here. I know you can't hear it, but listen.
Say the year 2000. I think it will be completely different. In fact, it may not even exist at all.
Just give us the cliff notes.
Oh, I'm not thinking of the atom bomb and
I
the
will.
next Stone Age. I'm thinking of the incredible breakthrough which has been made possible by developments in communications, particularly the transistor and, above all, the communications satellite. These things will make possible a world in which we can be in instant contact with each other, wherever we may be, where we can contact our friends anywhere on Earth, even if we don't know their actual physical location.
All right, so he's talking about how, in the near future, no matter where you are on Earth, you'll be able to contact anybody instantaneously, even if you don't know what position they are on the Earth. So hold on.
It will be possible in that age, perhaps only 50 years from now, for a man to conduct his business from Tahiti or Bali just as well as he could from London. In fact, if it proves worthwhile, almost any executive skill, any administrative skill, even any physical skill, could be made independent of distance. I am perfectly serious when I suggest that one day we may have brain surgeons in Edinburgh operating on patients in New Zealand.
So what he's saying is, now he's talking about autonomous things like how, well, the example that he uses is a doctor remotely doing a surgery. Like if he's in a different country, but he's doing surgery over a computer on somebody in a different country.
When that time comes...
Huh?
I don't know about all that.
Well, I mean, that happens now.
I don't think I trust it.
I mean, it depends on what the procedure is, but yeah. I mean, it's just like, so you have some guy in a room in Nevada who's blowing up people in Syria. But it looks like a video game to him. He's not even there.
Yes, but I want my brain surgeon there.
The whole world will have shrunk.
Okay, I'm just saying.
If you're cutting a hole in my chest, I want you there.
The traditional role of the city as a meeting place for man would have ceased to make any sense.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
In fact, men will no longer commute. They will communicate. They won't have to travel for business anymore.
Now, this is interesting because this it happened before the pandemic, but it's really become prominent since then. He's talking about working remotely instead of going to an office.
Only travel for pleasure. I only hope that when that day comes, and when the city is abolished, the whole world isn't turned into one giant suburb.
Not Skype work, though.
So, I mean, he does a pretty good job of, and he even nails the time frame. He says about 50 years from now. This was in 1960. So that puts us at, 2010, which is about, the iPhone came out in, 2006? So,
something like that, yeah.
He's pretty close. That's not the one that I was thinking of, though, whenever I... there was somebody, it might have been in like the 70s or 80s. It was one of those, it might have been like the Johnny Carson show or David Letterman early on. And he was on the show describing cell phones and how he's like, we all have a phone in our pocket that's going to work like a supercomputer. And everyone's laughing like it's a joke. It's funny.
Well, how about the microchip conspiracy?
Microchip?
Yeah, where they put a microchip in you.
Oh.
Well, they did that with the COVID vaccine.
You know, where they chip in you, you gotta, you know, your debit card's in your fucking chip and shit like that.
All you fuckers have been chipped. I ain't got mine.
I ain't got mine either. Need to do that as soon as possible, though.
Yeah, you need to go get your chips, sir.
Yeah.
Here's a video of the same guy. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to describe it to you. It's the same guy, and it's some documentary from 1974. And it's talking about how one day you'll have a computer that actually fits on your desk. Because back then, the computers were like the size of a room, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is an accomplishment if you think about it, because we have more computing power in our pockets than the entire Apollo 13 mission.
Oh, yeah. Look, the internet and cell phones and whatnot, smartphones have been the biggest invention in mankind since what? Fire? I mean, the most impactful in society and the way things are done.
I mean, they're just compacting things like they're doing the watches and the thing. I mean, they're trying to compact every bit of technology they can into a smaller source. So I mean, that's what they're trying to do.
Well, of course. I mean, even before you had smartphones, I mean, they were constantly just making cell phones smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making cell phones smaller and smaller, and now they're making them bigger and bigger again because they want them to be more like.
Right.
Because
it's a computer in your hands.
Because it's also a TV now. It's not just a cell phone.
Right.
You know. Anyway. I used to be one of those people who's like, I'm not watching a TV show on my phone. It's too small. But now I do.
I watch college football on my phone.
Yeah.
My phone. Yeah.
Especially if you're traveling or something. And you don't have a TV access.
Got dash mounts and shit. You can put that thing on while you're driving. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah. And Nate uses his phone. He watches porn like 12 hours a day on it. So.
Now first we've got, you know, Peete on here pushing the greatness of people doing drugs. Now we got Fishing on here telling people to watch football games while they're driving.
Hey, if it's a dash, my eyes never leave the road. Like, it's different.
Yeah, I would not recommend it.
Sorry.
But...
I'm sorry, Nate. I don't know how long you were back there.
No, I was muted because I kept coughing.
No, I was talking to Vic.
Yeah,
I meant Vic, not Nate. I don't know if I said Nate. Vic, have you ever predicted anything to come true like that, or you just go with the flow?
No.
Hmm.
No.
Hey, guess what? I have a prediction that I think is 100% going to come true in the next 50 years.
What?
South Carolina will still not have a national championship.
Will they even have an SEC championship?
Probably not. No.
Will they still be in the SEC in 50 years?
No.
They'll probably be in the Sun Belt by then.
You know what? I've got a prediction. Sometime in the next 50 years, both South Carolina and Vandy will win the SEC.
Wow.
Jeez.
If I was,
I mean, you never know. It could happen. I mean,
and last year, I know it's last year, but I said Michigan was going to beat Ohio State, and nobody believed me.
Well, in fairness, Nate, you say that every year.
That's right.
Well,
and how many national championships will Georgia have won by then?
Probably. Let's see. In the next 50 years, they'll have one more because they're due for one in 2062.
No, probably like 10. But
Hey, what's more likely to have first, a human civilization on Mars or South Carolina winning a national championship in football?
The first one.
Civilization on
Go Mars.
I'm going to go with Mars. And you know what they should do? They should probably move that program to Mars. Then they at least.
Imagine playing football on Mars. Imagine playing college football.
Yeah, the Mars Gamecocks.
South Carolina to the Martian Football League.
I mean, if we're to the point of a civilization on Mars at that point, I mean, more than likely, Space Force is 4-time reigning national champions.
Yeah.
NIL will be amazing on Mars.
Yeah.
Intergalactic champions. Yeah, that's what South Carolina will say they are.
Yeah, they belong on Mars.
Ironically enough, isn't the last time that the Gamecocks won a conference championship the same year that we went to the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 1969.
1969.
Yeah, 1969. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, we have a better chance of going to Mars than they have winning conference championships. So.
Right. Yeah.
Imagine if you could.
I wonder if they'll ever do college game day on Mars.
College game day.
Yeah, they'll still have a hologram of Lee Corso.
Imagine if you could travel back in time to 1969 and go back and say, "Hey, I'm from the future. You're never going to believe this." And the Gamecocks are like, "What? We know you just won a conference championship, but before you win your next conference championship, there's going to be people living on Mars." They'd be like, "What?
What the hell?
No way."
Well, back then they thought by 2015 we would have flying cars too. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna take what? 10 years? 20 years? No, it'll take 50. Oh
yeah,
shit.
50 years, millennia. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still mad that I don't have a flying car.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm a little perturbed about it.
Yeah.
So they did have the 3D movies.
Airmags.
Yeah.
What about the hoverboard? Yeah.
Actually, I could get some airmags if I wanted them, but they're $2,000.
What if we have 4D movies? That'd be something else. If we have 4D movies.
Well, we do have 4D movies.
We do?
Yeah.
Spy Kids 4. Come on.
Yeah, Kirby, I'm very familiar with. Was that Kirby that said that? To look up Neuralink. No, sorry, Casey. Yeah, I'm very familiar with it because I listen to Rogan.
You can go to like 4D movies at like Disney World.
Well, I mean, that's what Zuckerberg was basically trying to turn, Meta into, but he's failing miserably at it.
Damn.
Yeah, the metaverse.
Yeah, the metaverse. They just laid off like 11,000 people, didn't they?
Yep.
Or
it's going swimmingly for him.
Didn't Mom Zuckerberg also had a plan of you can like download your consciousness?
I think that more be Elon Musk there too, or maybe both of them. I don't know.
Well, that's why I don't think things are going the way like Pete said about electric cars. I don't think people want them, and I think you're going to see some companies go out of business that are trying to push them.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do?
Frozen until the next time that South Carolina wins something.
This Neuralink, the Neuralink thing is kind of scary though. This really is putting a chip in your brain and giving you basically telepathy. In other words, we could sit here and have a conversation right now without even talking to each other.
Yeah, we can have a conversation.
I don't want a chip in my brain.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the fact that I don't want a chip in my brain too. Just saying. I don't. You know what? Yeah. This whole thing about hearing what other people are thinking. That's one of the things that they say you could do with this eventually. I don't want to hear what everybody's thinking.
Yeah.
No.
There's a reason your brain has function to not say what you're thinking.
Yeah. Right. Imagine how much that'll screw up like everything, like friendships, relationships, like any negative thing you think about your wife or your girlfriend, she's going to know it and vice versa. That ain't going to work.
In my prediction, well, actually, let you all go first. Speaking of girlfriends, I don't have one right now. So,
dang.
How many years do you think I could have a girlfriend?
What? What, Nate?
Just I asked, how many years do you think I would have a girlfriend or get a girlfriend? Like you.
How long until you get one, or how long?
How long until I get one?
Oh.
Yeah, no, Nate. I've been asking the same thing myself. But...
Hey man, you don't look for love; it comes to you, Nate.
Yeah, it comes to you.
Yeah, you'll know, Nate.
Dating advice with fishing and pigskin.
Well, I just want a prediction. That's
Well, my advice is just like a fisherman would, cast a lot of lines and eventually you'll hook one.
Yes. Great advice.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to cast that line anywhere. You never know where you might find one.
Yeah.
Even
at a funeral.
Get home for dinner. You don't have to keep it though.
Exactly. I found a wife at a funeral, so.
Right.
At a funeral.
I tried everything, but I try to be myself. That didn't work. I try to be nice. That doesn't work at all.
Yeah, be a dick, Nate. That works.
If you be a dick, you might actually get more feelings.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I already have one, so yeah.
You want a sure way to always have a girlfriend, Nate? Hit the Powerball.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, that's the easiest.
I heard a bowling alley. I heard a bowling alley has a lot of good things for a girlfriend, but no. The latest I went to a bowling alley, there's no girls, just guys.
And Ned, I heard there's a lot of very attractive young ladies trying to get out of Russia right now. They would love to be your girlfriend.
Oh God.
Yes.
Where's that?
And there are certain events that can exponentially increase your odds. Like, go hang out at a Star Trek convention. Bound to find something.
I did a bit one time on the show where I was talking about.
That depends on how desperate he is, Slim.
I was talking about, how a lot of people say, you meet women like at the grocery store, right? I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah,
like you're grocery shopping and she's looking at the potatoes and you're like, hey, baby.
You're looking at
yeah, that's a nice potato you got there. Can I get your phone number?
People meeting people at the gym. I wonder how people do it. I can't just walk up to someone and say,
"That's some nice form you got there." Yeah, can I work in with you?
But at least that makes a little bit more sense. Like the people at the gym are like trying to show their body off and wearing like tights and shit. So that's a little bit different than a grocery store. Like if you go up to some woman at a grocery store and start hitting on her, it's just kind of creepy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially considering
it's like bench pressing and you go up and talk to
Well, think about this as an unmarried man. Where would you hit on a woman other than a bar? Where would you do it?
Yeah. I don't know.
Church.
Church.
A bowling alley.
Church. What is
Now, I gave some advice to Ballard that I would not give to Nate. I told Ballard, I said, if all else fails, find the nearest Planned Parenthood and just hang out outside the door.
Hey, well, that's horrible.
So.
Nah, but really, I mean, where would you actually hit on a woman? So, the grocery store is actually the most beneficial if you're actually trying to find somebody.
I actually was thinking, I think I already told you guys this, but I don't know if it did or not, but, so this is when I was arrived at Augusta Airport and saw Lou and stuff, and he posted a picture of me and me of having a sign. And he saw
saw that. Yeah.
That girl right there. She was hot actually. I was thinking about saying. I don't know what I was going to say, but I could say you look good. I don't know.
Don't do that, Nate. You'll get me too.
Yeah, you get me too. I saw you were holding that sign that said it's hammer time, right?
Well, I thought it was, but no. My point is, every girl or every girl in the world has a weakness.
I mean, you're making them sound like a supervillain, Nate.
And that's the cucumber.
Oh no.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
No,
Change the subject.
Nate.
All right, we're done.
If I think that every
yeah.
too, but
Nate
in
just
that
jumped the
case, I
shark,
guess-
man.
yeah, I guess every boy has a weakness too, right, Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shrimp. That's what it is.
No, I thought something else, but okay.
Well, yeah.
Nate has a weakness for sites and sight girls.
Yeah, there's something else too.
Well, end of story. Pretty much, if you go to a grocery store or the mall or whatever, I mean, it makes you weird. I guess if you go on Tinder, it makes you okay. So I guess
We need to drop Nate. We need to drop Nate in like spring break in Cancun with a camera and just follow him everywhere.
Oof.
Yeah. I don't really think there's a wrong place to meet somebody, Nate. I mean, just, don't be weird about it.
Weird about it, yeah.
Well, what do I say then? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, just don't be weird, and you'll be okay.
Okay.
I mean, there's no
Don't talk about
there's no
cucumbers.
universal advice.
No.
There isn't.
You just got to be yourself, and maybe she'll find you interesting.
I tried that. It didn't work.
It didn't work. Well, just because it didn't happen.
Nate, there are times it didn't work for me, and there are times that it did.
Yeah, don't get discouraged. Just because it didn't work with her doesn't mean it won't work the next one or another one down the road.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Who
So-
knows? I might just be single. I don't know. Nothing wrong with single, so yeah.
Yeah. You'll have a lot more money if you're single, Nate. That's for damn sure.
No drama, no anything.
No drama, no debt.
Take that hammer and get a career in the adult film industry. You'll have no shortage.
That's a good point.
Get all the women you want, yeah.
The Nature Boy says chicks dig scars. Do you have any scars? Yeah, they like to see your battle scars. You got any?
do.
What from?
Yeah, I do too.
Do you have any scars from like fighting, or is it just all from hitting that hockey puck into your drywall?
Well, no, I shoot the pucks into the drywall, but
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have battle scars, but I do have surgical scars.
Yeah.
I have.
They want battle scars though.
But you can lie, Vic, and be like, yeah, this is from the time I got in a fight.
I caught this in the army like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I stayed this old lady and I got stabbed. That's what you tell him. You tell him you got
It was
stabbed.
a minefield and it blew up, and now I got this scar.
Right. What about having a piece of metal in your leg? Do chicks dig that or?
They might actually.
Yeah, you're like a bionic man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
Yeah, Nate's the Vic is the $600 man.
$600 man.
But
Not even 6,000.
I have 2 scars from dumb ways to get scars. I'll just tell you real quick. It's like a 2-minute story, hopefully. And if you wait, is it right here? No, it's right here.
Hey, yeah, Nate. Battle Angel's got a good advice. She says, tell these women you're a YouTuber. That works every time. Worked on her. Now, I gotta say,
I'm a YouTuber, but
that's a good idea. Yeah.
I don't really know if that is a good idea though, because I think Battle Angel might be the only woman that was ever impressed by that.
Tell them you know Uncle Lou. That'll get you all the girls.
Yeah, there you go.
And plus, I don't know if you guys see it. That's my scar right here.
For what?
Out there.
Yeah, where are you?
So a funny story. I was actually walking down the upstairs hall, or the 3rd floor hallway, to just don't laugh. Whatever. Well, you don't have to.
You bumped your head off a door.
You fell.
Well, actually, you know, Luke was actually almost correct. Yes, it was on a door, but you know those metal things that open that helps open the door.
Yeah, they're called handles.
Well, Nate.
What?
I know what he's talking about. That thing at the top of the door that pulls it back closed.
Oh, yeah.
And plus,
see, here's what you do, Nate. Wherever
Just say you got that in a fight after you beat somebody's ass.
Exactly. Wherever you got it from doesn't matter. Just tell them I was in a bar having a good time. This guy hit me with a bottle of Jack Daniels out of nowhere.
Yeah, just tell them some old lady was getting mugged and you intervened and you got hit over the head by the assailant or something.
And you went and whooped his ass. And
you should have seen the other guy.
You should have seen the other guy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I if I had a date or something like that, or saw a girl, I showed them my a scar, or two scars. One was fighting Jeff Rogan, and the second was from a wooden tree. Probably
you could also do some like charity thing where you work with kids, and women love that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I'm actually down for that because I'm like a kids person.
You might even meet some woman that's volunteering at the same place, and she likes you because she thinks you have a good heart because you're volunteering. That's a good one. Go, you know what? Go to like a soup kitchen or something, Nate.
Or go help out at a shelter for single mothers.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on a hot take here, and I'm going to say, Nate, whoever you go to school with, they are a free game. That's where you need to focus on, who you go to school with.
Well, I went to school, high school, but right now I'm not at school right now. But hopefully in 2 years or 1 year, I could get accepted into the university. So.
How about the people you did go to
what
school?
University you're trying to go
to?
Oh,
yeah. They don't look.
I would hit them up. I hit them up on Facebook and all that. I'd hit them up.
Well, what about the Mexican lady that was in the background having her conversation the other day?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
She's not too good for me, so yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. Keep your options open.
Well,
yeah, Nate, that's a good question, Slim. So, do you have any age restrictions? Like, what about a sugar mama, Nate? Let's say she's let's say that she's slightly attractive 50-year-old woman. Would that work?
Oh my gosh.
No.
No?
Nate's going to be out here pulling a Zach Wilson going after his mom's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate, a slightly attractive 50-year-old woman, all she wants in return for all her money is that hammer.
So basically you're saying a MILF.
This is terrible advice. Terrible.
Funny.
Oh man.
I mean, hey, get a job as a pool boy. I mean, that's been around forever.
Oh yeah, get lifeguard certified.
That's a thing for a reason.
Yeah, that's a very good point. What?
Hashtag Baywatch. So yeah.
There you go.
Do you a bunch of sit-ups, Nate, and get you a job cleaning pools.
I'll tell you what, that's not bad advice. A lifeguard. Yeah, women love lifeguards.
That's not bad advice for a regular person.
And,
especially if you get to actually save somebody from drowning in front of them, then you're a hero.
Well, the bad thing is about that, you could get eaten by a shark, but whatever. That's totally.
Or she could be the one.
Yeah, you're gonna get eaten by a shark at a pool, Nate.
That's true. But yeah, but like someone said, I gotta be the lifeguard certified if I do it.
And lifeguard certified isn't that bad, man.
You just have to pass a CPR course and know how to swim.
Actually, I
got lifeguard certified. It's not that hard.
I actually have a CPR, whatever it is, license because I already did it for.
There you go.
For my job or something like that.
Yes,
Hey, BVD, is that really you in the background there? I'll make sure it's you because I get a lot of people come on here trying to show their hammer. All right, it is you. Nate, it's on that note, I'm going to have to let you go because I'm going to end the show soon, but I want to talk to BVD first.
No, you're good. But I got to get some rest because I have a cold. So y'all have a good day.
Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, man. And don't forget what I said about the sugar mama. All right, thank you. What's up?
Yeah, go get lifeguard certified.
What's up, BBD?
What's going on, Pete? I figured since you guys were talking about picking up chicks, I would come in here and lend my obviously great advice. You know, since I pick him up and lay him down so fast.
Yeah.
You have the best scar.
Hey, and don't forget, I had Sleeta with me this weekend. So
yeah, he's a chick magnet.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess he's a good wingman.
Yeah, the ladies love Sleeta.
He's something else.
He had to hire D4 as his bodyguard to beat him off with a stick.
So you know how a couple of minutes ago how I was telling Nate to volunteer, with the less fortunate. So that's what BVD did this weekend. How in the hell?
Oh, shots fired.
How in the hell did you spend three? Look, I don't dislike David. I think David's a good guy. But he's definitely annoying. Like, how did you spend 3 days with him?
He's annoying as fuck. Those are facts. And see, I tell him that to his face. I'm not saying anything today that I wouldn't and haven't said to him. He is, man. He's like a special kind of annoying. It's like he's got his own brand of annoy the fuck out of people.
Yeah. So what were you thinking to invite him over for a weekend?
Look, I've known David 14 years. He's all right, man. He's got a good heart.
Yeah.
He's just different.
Yeah.
He's different than not just all of us.
But notice this was the only time in 14 years that he spent 3 days with him.
Yeah, that's true. And it's the only time
he stayed with Lou before too.
I will ever spend 3 days with him. We were kind of cooped up in the house all weekend because the weather was shit. And he was like constantly streaming all weekend. But
I noticed that.
Fun, man. We went to a good restaurant here in town that I've never been to and streamed together a couple of times. So, I'm talking shit, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I'm just busting your balls. I mean, but I did have an eye on his channel because I knew he was at your place. And you're right. He streamed. How many hours a day was he streaming every day?
Dude, I mean, it seemed like every hour of the day.
That's what it looked like.
Game streams on Saturday. Streamed the Tennessee game, and he streamed the Georgia game. So.
Like he'll pick up his laptop and walk around streaming with it, and he is the last person. Let me just start from the beginning. And I know you said you wanted to end soon, so I'll make this quick.
No problem.
Last week I couldn't tell you how many hours giving David directions to my house.
He doesn't have a GPS system? Or it doesn't work there?
Oh, he doesn't have unlimited data. I said, David, you're the last fucking human on earth that doesn't have unlimited data. Are you still using that flip phone from 2010? And he's like, no, I got a new phone. But apparently he's on a family plan, and I guess his family doesn't like him because evidently they got unlimited data and he doesn't.
What the hell?
Yeah, I said when you
they know he'd be streaming all hours of the day on their data.
He must be on the Cricket wireless plan. That's what that is.
Hey, I got the Cricket plan. And I've had no issues with it.
Oh, okay. He's got something even worse than that then.
AT&T, I believe.
Oh, damn! AT&T still does data plans? That's weird.
Yeah, they don't have unlimited data anymore.
Wow.
Actually, they don't. I mean, if you want to pay $30 a month, they don't.
I was fixing to end one of the lines I've got, and they said, well, we don't do unlimited data anymore, so you might want to keep it because you ain't going to be able to get it back.
I tried explaining to him from the beginning. All right, look, David, because he couldn't get the north and south and the east and west thing figured out. And I said, David,
not on a compass.
Even number interstates go left to right or east and west, and odd numbered interstates go north and south or up and down.
I can confirm that.
Yeah.
It's like he'd say, so I'm on 75 South, right? I said, David, is Tennessee above Georgia or not? Oh, okay. And he still writes his directions down on paper like I used to do 20 years ago.
So was he out of data or what? Like, Maps app doesn't use that much.
It was
data.
critical. It was on critical. He showed me. It was in the red on critical. So
critical.
I mean, because he fucking streams 85 hours a day. That's why it's on critical.
Yeah.
I mean, either that or the data knows that it's him and just said, look, fuck this guy.
I wanna see if I can get Slita to come to Athens sometime. But
yeah,
I don't know how much you guys watch Slater or not, but he's got that. He's had that It's kind of full-size Georgia helmet. It's like, you get it when you buy your 6-year-old a uniform of your favorite team, and it comes with that little plastic helmet.
I have one too. I have a Clemson. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's not. You're right. It's not quite full size.
For a backdrop though, and part of your
no.
No, he actually puts it on.
He does that. He's even worn it in a video or a stream or two. So I got that from him this weekend. I managed to get that away from him. So I've got plans for that fucking thing.
Oh God!
Does he know he can buy an actual football helmet? Like, he can buy those online.
I'm not paying that for that. And I'm like,
no.
They're really not that much. You can get them for $100.
Well, so what is like? Is there any funny stories, or what's the funniest thing that happened this weekend with him?
There really wasn't a whole lot of funny stuff that happened. It was mostly just annoying stuff.
Well, that's funny too.
We were talking about we were talking about something last night. I wish I could remember what it was, but he actually made me mad to the point that I was almost about to say, "David, fuck off," And I wish I could remember what it was we were talking about, but I just.
The Nature Boy says, "Is it Slita or Slita?" Well, here's the thing. According to David, it's Slita.
Slita.
Right.
But everyone else calls him Slita because he doesn't want you to call him Slita.
BBD's been through everything he has been over the last year and a half, and after 72 hours with Slita, somebody had to talk the shotgun out of his mouth.
Yeah, it's
Right. Well,
I can't stress enough that he is a great guy. He's got a heart of gold. He'd do anything for you. At least for me, anyway. I mean, he's taken probably more shit from me over the years than anybody, and he takes it in stride.
Yeah.
That's why I like him and respect him so much.
Yeah, I don't dislike Slita at all. I don't.
Yeah.
I just he's something. There's he's definitely original. There's only one Slita.
Oh, for facts.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's no imitating or copying that.
And I get it. I mean, he can be abrasive.
Huh?
I think Slim said he can be abrasive.
Oh yeah. He can be kind of a dickhead sometimes. Like we all fall into that sometimes. Like I'm a dick sometimes to my viewers. I was a dick to one earlier on this show. But he really is like,
well,
he's like almost like or chastising his viewers for not supporting him enough or something.
Supporting him.
You know what I mean?
That conversation.
I haven't heard him
several times.
Yeah, and people don't want to hear that. They just don't.
That works for some people. It worked for EDP. He would tell them how broke they were for sending a $2 super chat, and then they'd send him 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, his David's
there's comment reviews, so yeah, okay.
David's big thing is
we clearly saw
interact with him, he's not going to interact with you.
Yeah, I know.
What about people that don't have channels? Do you what about these people on here that watch you and comment in your comment section that don't make videos and don't have channels? Are you not going to interact with them?
It's like he posted a community post just the other day that said, "I've deleted my PayPal account because nobody's sending me money on PayPal." It's like, all right, well, if that's true,
it costs money to have a PayPal.
No, it does exactly. Not only that,
the PayPal's still there.
I mean, it's just that's his way of like saying, "Hey, fuck you for not sending me money." That's what that is.
I guess. I mean, fuck, I haven't had anybody send me anything on PayPal in months, but I'm not going to fucking delete it. I mean, because you never know. All it takes is that one person. So, I mean, and I would use Cash App too, but I can't figure my password out. And I went through all the processes to verify that it was me. And I used an old debit card when I signed up for PayPal. And when it got to that point, they were wanting me to verify my debit card. Well, I had all of the information saved except for that number on the back. And that's what keeps fucking me. So I got to call those people and get that straightened out, because I know a lot of people prefer Cash App over PayPal.
Yeah, it's about 50-50 as far as I can tell.
I usually do PayPal.
Slita was telling me, I forget who it was that told him that said that people are dropping their PayPals because they've been having a lot of problem with them. A lot of problems with them.
I've never had a problem with PayPal. The reason people are dropping PayPal is because supposedly they're, some information violation. Like your information is not safe with them. Well, no, what is it? No. Oh, they'll fine you if you spread misinformation. That's what it supposedly is.
They'll fine you.
That's what they say. I don't really know. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Slim, do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about because that was one thing.
It was something that, according to PayPal, got put into their terms of service that wasn't supposed to be.
Okay.
That they were going to fine people $2,500 for posting mis or disinformation.
Yeah. Which, if that were true, that is weird. But I don't see how they could do that legally. I don't think they could legally do that.
The only problem I've ever had with PayPal was a couple of years ago. I had $50 taken from my PayPal, and it was some bogus ass company. And I contacted PayPal, and they said, "Yeah, we're aware of that. It's happened to several people. If you don't get your money back from those people within 30 days, we will refund your money." And neither happened. I didn't get it back from the people or PayPal.
I see Lou in the chat.
$50.
Lou talking about clown. Did you see Golden Blue Dude's stream of the West Virginia game over the weekend?
I saw it where he was streaming.
Holy hell.
As a clown. Yeah.
What happened?
I'm about to pull it up.
Yeah, Golden Blue Dude did a...
Golden Blue Dude dressed up like a full-blown circus clown. I'm not just talking about the wig and the the nose. I'm talking about the whole thing. Let me see if I can show you this. It was disturbing.
Like a good bet on a game that somebody should do.
That
could be the Clemson Miami bet. P has to do the stream as a clown.
I clicked on that thing. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Where is it here?
Yeah, and they
his
won.
only, yeah. Well, his only videos that are getting any views are the conference realignment videos. So he's trying to drum up some views for other things.
Yeah. So get rid of the ACC Conference USA 4 Power 5 or 4 Power 4 Conference. What?
Yeah, that's his new.
ACC dissolved by Notre Dame.
They don't make any sense.
Notre Dame to the Big Ten, ACC, and Pac-12 done. This is all within the past, I don't know, week or so.
In season, it didn't work.
He's got sources. Now, remember, guys, he's got sources.
Yeah, he's got sources.
Twitter. Go on Twitter.
I think there's only like 4 possible scenarios that he hasn't done a video on. He's done every other possible scenario.
You go on Twitter.
Yeah.
You'll find us.
Right.
Now, what if Duke leads to Conference USA? What happens to the ACC?
Yeah, I'm not all these hypotheticals. Where is the stream? Did he delete it?
He might have.
A different format. It's not under videos. It's under live.
Yeah, I'm
clown to do the West Virginia Oklahoma game.
I'm under live right now.
Is that what I'm understanding here?
What?
He dressed up as a clown to stream the West Virginia Oklahoma game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck was the point of that?
To watch a clown go nuts as
It's
West
not
Virginia hits the game-winning field goal.
I'm looking under live, everybody. It's not the first time he's done this either. But he keeps making it more. Like at first he started with like a clown face and a wig, and that was it. And then he like added something else, like the nose. But now he's gone full blown head to toe clown.
Well, I've never seen him do it on a live stream. I've seen him do it on some of his uploaded videos.
Yeah. I think he deleted it.
Well, I mean, he is undefeated when streaming as a clown. So.
Hold on. Oklahoma at West Virginia. Oh, no, this is it. This is it.
That's not true, Victor. Don't forget about Slater. He's undefeated as streaming as a clown.
Oh, shit. Hold on. You guys can't see what I'm looking at. Let me put it on the screen. Well, you guys won't be able to see it unless you're on YouTube anyway, but...
we also won't be able to hear
I'm on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I don't even care about the...
Except for Slater, ism is not undefeated, though, because the Falcons, have lost more games than they've won this year.
Hey, for anybody who can see the screen on YouTube right now, this is, if you hadn't seen this, look.
the I like the suggestion that I got the other day.
It wasn't a
that
fucking
says,
mask. He actually
the
put makeup
Clemson
on.
needs to make an appearance.
Oh yeah,
Those glasses, bro.
I like the
We'll work that out.
I like that he's got the gloves on and he's carrying around a horn. You know, one of those little clown horns.
Plans for it,
Yeah.
but
Did he do a thick skin intro?
it's turned into an actual thing. So next year,
He streamed for 4 hours like this.
we go to Morgantown. It's going to be the
and it's even thicker with all that clown makeup on.
town.
Yeah.
How did the stream
Sweat all
do?
that makeup off in 4 hours.
Let's
Maybe
see.
we're in the middle.
You know,
Did they
we're
lose that week too?
talking about direct donations.
Oklahoma.
Gold and Blue Dude
No,
does
they
a
actually beat Oklahoma.
Gold and Blue Dude does a great job.
Every week.
He gets a lot of direct donations on his streams. He really does. If you watch him.
Yeah. If I dress up like that, can I get donations?
I mean, so does Coach Coop. I've been listening to Alonzo bitch about it for 5
Yeah.
years.
He
The
still makes videos.
Apparently.
Yeah, Alonzo. Right?
so BBD said, how did the stream do? He got 2.2 thousand views. That's what it is.
Wow.
So.
Well, I guess I can't say shit. He's passed me in subscribers. I'm one away from 11,000. I'll probably sit there for a week.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say it.
But I'm not gonna make conference realignment videos to gain subs.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe I should do that because I'm only at 500 something.
Well, either of you could, because that's Gold Blue Dude's thing. So.
Well, he knows that he plays the game.
It's not like anybody. It's not like anybody on YouTube would copy anybody else's shtick.
Right. Yeah. No way. Right.
No.
Yeah, I'm not putting on a clown outfit. Fuck that.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Maybe for Halloween.
Come on, Pete.
I have to lose a bet before I do
You
that.
won't do the Miami cheerleader like Coach Coop did?
No, I mean, I reached my bottom when I took a shower and got dressed on YouTube. So, I mean, that was my low point.
What you took a shower?
Yeah, you saw my Slob Olympics training video from this last year.
Yeah, he got that back tat. Prison tat, bro.
Oh yeah, I do remember that now.
Right, the slobs are still on for this year, right, or next year, or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get planning on coming or what?
I'm planning on it, man. I should be walking by then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be standing tomorrow.
Damn. That's great news, man.
I get my prosthetic tomorrow, and he said, I mean, this guy that's doing all of this, you know, the ortho company that I'm going through, he seems to think I'll be walking by Thanksgiving, but
What kind?
my legs and hips are pretty weak, so I'm going to have to relearn everything all over again, how to stand, how to take one step, all that. So
What kind of prosthetic is it? Is it one of those like blades, or is it just like a regular
You're
foot?
gonna run the 40 with one of those blades on?
Medicare don't pay for no fucking blade.
Yeah.
It's a steel pole and a plastic foot.
Oh, okay.
The good news is you can get any color you want. You can have, you know, you can do I can do a Tennessee prosthetic if I want.
Oh my God.
Whatever,
You can
yeah.
have an orange foot, right?
Damn.
Yeah, just let one Georgia fan walk by you and he'll kick you.
Yeah, don't do that. You're inviting violence if you do that.
That's okay. I'll snap that bitch off and bust him over the head with it. I can literally. take that thing if
You know what
somebody-
they do? You know how when Tennessee won, they tore down the goalpost and threw it into the Tennessee River? They'll just yank BBD's leg off and throw it in the river. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I would have been fine with that. I would have been totally fine with that.
Yeah, I'm just kidding with you. But that's great news. I mean, I'm sure you're tired of being pushed around in a wheelchair all the time.
Oh fuck, man! You
Yeah.
have no idea. It's been what? Let's see, August, September, October, November, 4 months, 5 months of this, and you have to be careful. They told me the day that I got it cut off, the lady told me, she said, "Now you have to be really careful because you'll forget that you're missing that leg and try to stand up." And
Yeah.
face plant, and that happened after the Alabama game. I got so excited I forgot I was missing a damn leg, and I tried
Yeah.
to stand.
Let me ask you that. Did you experience that when you first got your leg amputated? That, you know, the phantom leg foot thing,
Oh
whatever?
yeah, that happens all the time, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what's weird is like right now I can curl. Well, they're not there, but it feels like I'm curling my toes in that leg, and I guess it's because of the nerve endings.
Yeah, it takes a while for your brain to realize it's not there anymore, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know that it'll ever not realize that because
that'd be a weird
I
feeling.
haven't had any real what they call phantom pain.
Yeah.
It's been more phantom sensation.
Yeah. Yeah, Gamecock fans, they're phantom champions. You know that?
Yeah, they've been that for life.
Well, I mean, did you see his video Saturday? Sea Dog's gonna have phantom sanity. He lost his shit.
He lost it.
Oh yeah, I saw his rage video. Man.
Who did they lose to this weekend?
Miami.
How bad was it?
Bad.
It was bad.
31.
Yeah, well, it was 35. It was 35-7. They literally got a touchdown with 48 seconds left.
Yeah.
Now they have 2 quarterbacks hurt, and they play North Carolina and Georgia the next 2 weeks. So this is gonna be a rough 2 weeks.
So, did they play in front of Georgia Tech's 10,000 fans or Miami's 10,000 fans?
Georgia Tech.
Tech's.
Okay.
Not that it mattered, though.
Hey, the last game in Miami was sold out, sir, and it was mostly Miami fans because they all left at halftime.
50,000?
The Florida State game?
Yeah, I know they're not selling up for bowl tickets for Miami games.
Yeah, 50,000. That's cool.
I saw that it was sold out, but it looked to me like even at the very beginning of the game, there was a lot of empty seats in the upper deck.
Yeah, well, when you're Miami, that's what happened.
But I mean, I can't remember the final score, but that game surprised me, man. Wasn't that a blowout?
It was. Me too.
Well, yeah, it was like
And
45.
Fishing keeps throwing those out there, Fishing. And for all I care, I'm watching it on TV. There could be 2 people at that game for all I give a shit.
Right.
Like 45, 3. Yeah.
Damn.
When you lose the other games, I mean, this Georgia Tech, by the way, when you lose the other games, that's when it matters. That's why your quarterback recruit flipped. So.
Hey, BB.
Be Tennessee's luck for Georgia Tech to have the fucking game of the century and Georgia play the worst fucking game they've ever played in their history and Georgia Tech win by 1 point.
No,
that would be epic.
I would bet every penny I have that wouldn't happen, but
I would be continuously
that could happen, and Georgia still wins by 3 scores.
I would be continuously refreshing my YouTube, waiting to see Dog's video if that happened.
Hey, BVD, guess what? Me and Hufferbilly are taking a bunch of these Miami fans to Clemson this weekend to watch the game, so we can show them what a real college football stadium looks like.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
his
Yeah, and Slim's gonna steal the rock.
Yes, Slim says he's going to steal Howard's rock. That's right.
You mean the other half of the rock, or did you guys ever get that stolen half back?
No, that piece is missing forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, some dumb
And the rest of it's about to be.
Some dumb fuck sitting at home right
Yeah,
now.
when
with
Slim
half a
steals,
piece
they're
of
gonna go
rock.
find another rock.
It's not even half a piece. It's like a.
Slim's gonna sit down at whatever his seat is. He's gonna put his head down while he's losing. He won't attempt to steal the pebble.
So now some
Skip off of it, and he'll go home.
I'm not a Florida man. I don't put my head down at games.
That's what you're gonna
tell
have.
Josh
Even if you don't
Gaddis
put
is
your head down in games, I mean, you're just gonna go home, and that's just what's gonna happen.
Now, Rick Sanchez, I don't want Georgia to lose. We need them to win out.
Do you though?
Tennessee fans still think they're getting in the playoffs.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they hope.
We're hoping.
Well, it did help your case this weekend was what happened in the Pac-12. Because if USC loses this week, then
So if TCU loses one game, then maybe.
Carolina goes 12-1 and wins the ACC, and Tennessee gets in over us. I'm gonna be pissed.
There's still hope of getting in over Ohio State, Michigan loser. I think they're going to take a one-loss Tennessee team over a one-loss Big Ten team, even though they made it to their championship game.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah,
they would.
but I think your
Ohio
are
State.
still. I think
Not a
your four are
one-loss.
still going to end up being your 4, even one loss or undefeated conference champions. I don't see Tennessee getting in.
I think it's pretty unlikely to, Slim. I mean,
TCU gets in if they lose the Big 12 championship.
No way.
LA, Clemson would.
Well, no, they wouldn't be conference champion then.
I guess, yeah.
I think Clemson's
Carolina in the playoffs.
As long as they beat North Carolina, I think Clemson's in.
Well, they're not beating North Carolina. So
North Carolina beats Clemson. I think North Carolina is in.
Oh, so
I
you
feel like they're
thinking Clemson's going to get in over Tennessee.
well, if Clemson wins out, they'll be 12-1 ACC champ with. I don't even know.
Number 5 or number 4.
North Carolina's gonna be ranked in the top 10 when they play them, most likely.
Yeah, North Carolina
beat them.
Good games. They'll be.
If they beat them, and then Michigan and Ohio State play, somebody's got to lose. If Michigan loses, give Ohio State the nod. They're going to get in for sure. Michigan will get number 5.
Tennessee
will get over Michigan.
Up in there.
So at that point, it would be if TCU wins out, they get in like at a third spot.
So that's 3 teams.
Number
so
4.
12-1 ACC champ, North Carolina. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, if it happens,
it's gonna happen. We're gonna beat the crap out of Clemson.
I think North Carolina's had way too many close games. They've got like 4 or 5 games they only won by a field goal against some.
The offense is amazing, but if and it's pretty sad, honestly. If they had a defense, I mean, they could be a serious.
If we had a defense, we'd be a national
Wait a
title
minute.
contender.
Offense is amazing. I heard how terrible Virginia and Miami both are, and they managed to put up 21 against Virginia. Stop it.
We put up 31 against Virginia.
Yeah, y'all are like.
Stop it! Don't talk about Drake May like that. Don't do it.
Slim has this theory that because we only score 35 points a game, we're not a good offense.
Yeah.
Who is TCU's most likely opponent in the Big
the Big 12 championship?
Yeah.
Probably
Kansas State.
Texas again in a rematch.
Kansas State, I think.
Texas in a rematch. I think they played like fucking.
Yeah, or K-State. Yeah, it would probably be.
I think Kansas State is projected to play them.
Yeah. It'd be Kansas State. Yeah.
Would that be the least watched Big 12 championship ever? Kansas State versus TCU.
No, I'd watch the hell out of it.
I'd watch it. But not a lot of people will.
Or Oklahoma State versus TCU.
Well, it's not going to be be the worst thing.
Already beat them.
It's not going to be the worst thing ever if Tennessee doesn't make the playoffs. I mean, shit. I know there's a lot of delusional, over-the-top Tennessee fans out there, but if we don't make the playoff, fuck, give me a New Year's Six bowl, and this is a golden season,
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get a sugar bowl.
I mean, the only real problem I've had with Tennessee fans, I'm like, and this doesn't count towards BBD because he's obviously rational, but I mean, they love Josh Heupel. I mean, not Josh Heupel. They love Butch Jones here too.
It's here too.
So I'm still not saying it's out of the realm of possibility that they run off Heupel in another year or two.
Well, you keep saying that, but at the same time, you're saying you're pretty much
literally the first time I've ever said that.
Pretty much insinuating. No, it's not. You're pretty much insinuating that Heupel is similar to Butch Jones.
Not even close.
He also has a chart.
I know what you're insinuating by saying that comparison.
I see zero similarities between Butch Jones and.
I don't either.
Well, the defense was better under Butch Jones.
Yeah, I mean, our defense is getting better. We just need some more recruits, man.
So is Joe Milton going to replace Hendon Hooker next year?
Yeah, he is.
Really, the only thing I'm insinuating is time will tell. The only thing I'm insinuating is time will tell with Tennessee and Josh Heupel. That's the only thing I'm insinuating.
But Joe Milton has had a whole off season. And don't think that Joe Milton won't elevate and be good under his offense. I mean, I think you definitely.
Okay.
Well,
I think
look like shit.
And this is, hey, Luke, this is coming from the same guy that said Anthony Richardson is a much better quarterback than any of them on Miami's roster. So you can take what he says.
I'm not saying Tennessee is going to be good. I'm just saying if you have Heupel's offense with Joe Milton for a whole offseason and really as a backup
I've seen Joe Milton in that offense. It didn't look much better than it did when it was at Michigan.
Well, no, it didn't.
You're looking.
You're thinking about the first year when he looked terrible. I mean, you're not thinking about this year. And the
all I've seen against this year is Missouri.
You are losing all the wide receivers. That is true. So
we're not losing them all. We got some coming back.
You're losing the top two. I mean, that's
a couple of these guys before they were ever known were Tennessee don't have any receivers. They got nobody.
Yeah, now Tennessee has receivers. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. That freshman's going to be Joe Milton out.
We got Ramel Keaton coming back. We got the freshman. Jalen's gone. He's stupid.
Is that freshman? Is he the $8 million man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For number 2 quarterback.
Nico Nial.
Yeah, I still don't know how to pronounce that name.
Nico Nial.
Lava Malaya? Leva?
No,
it's spelled like Amaliva.
Yamala.
Say Llama. It'll work
I
out.
hope he don't leave. I hope he stays.
Llama. I had someone explain to me how to pronounce this, and I don't. Llama Laeva.
So he'll get a cute name like the ukulele for DJ Uyunglele. That's what's going to happen with him.
There would be all kinds of wonderful nicknames for him.
Yeah.
I'm a leaving.
I'm a leaving. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, especially when he transfers in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're okay in the quarterback department. I think he knows he may have to sit a year behind Milton, or Milton may come out next year and look like straight ass, and they throw him in there.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Josh Heupel did start Joe Milton over Hendon Hooker for a few games.
Yeah,
that did happen.
It
I
happened.
do add, Tennessee is not recruiting as good as Florida is, or Miami.
Congrats.
I'm good with a top 10 class. Give me a top 10 class consistently every year, because it seems like nobody's going to fucking steal the 1 and 2 spot from Georgia and Alabama. Here's a question for you. Is Georgia are they Alabama now? Are they going to go on this amazing dynasty run where they win 4 or 5? Mike Vick, your answer doesn't count.
To be unbiased, I would say let's wait one more year. If Alabama doesn't compete again for the Natty or the playoffs, then I would say maybe.
I think it's way too early to say that. I mean, they definitely have the pieces in place to make that happen, but it doesn't always happen just because the pieces are there. And, you know, I don't know.
I think it's way too early to say they're going to go on a dynasty, but I think of them how I used to think of Alabama right now.
Yeah.
This is a team that
your fucking guts.
is going to go 12-0.
Oh, wait, that's me.
Tell you one thing, they definitely, and I'm sorry, Fishing, but it looks like for the foreseeable future, they're going to be the kings of the East, at least. Now, I'm not saying...
They've already been the kings of the East.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying for even longer now. But I'm not saying that Florida can't compete with them or Tennessee can't compete with them. I'm just talking about overall. Right. I think that...
It'll take multiple recruiting classes to compete with them. But the main thing I really see with Georgia is they just play so hard. Like, they play more physical. And, of course, it's a talent thing, but they play so more physical than any
Kirby ladders.
Anybody plays. Like the Georgia team just plays so fucking hard. And they do. I mean, they really do.
I mean, fucking Georgia could have beaten the Eagles that day. They beat Tennessee. They were fired up. I mean, I got to, well, I'm sure everybody got to see Kirby's pregame speech, and that was pretty badass. I mean, by the way, let's go kick that ass.
Yeah, on offense, they still have problems.
Offense, they have problems.
We don't have problems.
They don't have problems on offense.
Yeah, you have problems on. Yeah, Stetson Bennett. You have Stetson Bennett.
Well, that's not.
You're trolling now.
Well, that's.
No, what I mean by that is that if they had Carson Beck, Gunnar Stockton.
Well, he does have a valid point. I mean, Georgia would be have a Tennessee-like offense if they had a legitimate quarterback.
If Georgia had the defense that they had and they're doing what they're doing right now, if they had a capable quarterback and an elite offense, I mean, Georgia would be
Bennett's a capable quarterback.
Unstoppable.
They don't have a great quarterback. Stetson Bennett's capable.
Yeah, he's definitely capable.
Quarterback.
Yeah. He's not terrible.
I'm not sit here and say that Stetson Bennett is Bryce Young or anything like that, but when he's on, he's as good as anybody.
He's good. He's good enough to win.
Good enough.
Scott Kerr, thank you. Says Georgia's going to curb stomp everybody. Damn.
Not North Carolina in the playoffs. We'll see. Drake Mazur's crazy.
See, that's all right though.
He's no
Miami's gonna take the ACC out of it this week because we're gonna give Clemson their second loss, and then they're gonna knock North Carolina out of it. So,
I like that scenario. Drugs are good, aren't they, Slim?
Then they'll put a 2-loss Alabama team in over Tennessee.
Call me Nostradamus because
those are mushrooms, bro. Those are mushrooms.
Thank you, by the way, Scott. I was telling everybody at the top of the show, I don't know if you were in here, I was thanking you for bringing me that desk yesterday. I appreciate you for that.
Because Miami's got a secret weapon. Miami's undefeated in games.
Miami don't have no secret weapons. Stop it.
Yes, they do. Miami is undefeated in games I've been to.
I got news for Scott Kerr, too. Football isn't played on a curb, mister.
No.
Yeah. How you got to curb stomp somebody? There's no curb. That's right.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna field stomp it.
He's gonna drag him out of the stadium and curb stomp him. That's what he's saying.
Ouchie.
Yeah.
Or field stomp them.
Field stomp.
Is Slim or TBD and Jake Garcia transferring?
I think Garcia will. TBD's not.
Damn, Garcia. He seems like he's been there for a while.
Yeah.
He's the same class as Drake May, because all the Miami fans were talking shit. 2
Really?
years.
So who is your starting quarterback, Pete?
Who's what?
Who is your starting quarterback? Is it still Ukulele?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's DJ Uianga.
Yeah, he's gonna be the starting. And the only way he's not is if he gets hurt. That's it.
Yeah, then DJ will be the starting quarterback in some USFL team next year.
What was it? 2 or 3. How many plays did Cade Klubnik run for Clemson against Louisville last week? It was like 3 or 4 plays.
What
How
happened
does
to
Louisville have a
UVA?
better backup quarterback than
Man.
Clemson? That's crazy.
What's that?
Good old Doe man.
Oh yeah, Doman. What's that, BVD?
I was asking Ohio State man in the comments what happened at UVA.
Oh, it was there was a shooting. There was
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? What is it with Virginia schools and shooting?
Yeah,
Three
football players.
3 football players got murdered.
Yeah, 3 killed, 2 wounded.
2
By a
injured.
former football player.
Yeah.
Damn. That's nuts.
Yeah, I know. Happened last night, I guess. Yeah, I talked about it earlier.
Caught not too long ago.
Yeah, this world's
Did
fucked
they
up.
catch him?
Yeah, they caught him.
Yeah, they got him.
Has he offered up any kind of reason, or I mean, did he
Parents said that he was hazed, but that's not a reason to shoot 3 people. But
a motive. Yeah.
I mean, if you go on a mass shooting spree and kill, I mean, the reason is because you're mentally ill. That's it.
right? That's the only real answer.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no reason to kill somebody.
But
Yeah.
we had that. We had the Virginia Tech thing years back, and it seems like there
There's
was
something at
something
Idaho
else
today,
that happened
too.
at UVA like that. Unless I'm just mistaken.
Well, there was the guy that ran over those people at that protest in Charlottesville.
Damn, if
Remember
you're
that?
a football player, stay the hell away from the state of Virginia.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for ending the show on a depressing note. I thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, way to go, Ohio State, man. It's Ohio State for you.
Oh, that's the second time I did.
That's the Ohio State to you, sir.
The.
And it's an Ohio State. Yeah.
Or a Ohio State, or
I was calling the suck nuts.
Columbus, it's a shithole.
Yeah.
I've been to several games at the shoe. It used to be a shithole. at
Sorry
the
to hear
Shoe.
that.
I don't know what they've done, improvement wise, but
I just mean the
this was
city of
back in
Columbus.
'79. So
I just mean the city of Columbus in general is a shithole.
Well, the state of Ohio in general is, but
Yeah.
Anyway.
now we done went and pissed Ohio State man off at the end of the show. Way to go, guys!
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Well, they get
I'm
pissed off.
gonna
at
walk
anything.
around all heartbroken and mad all day today because of you guys.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I really appreciate. I'm gonna let all of you go at the same time, but I appreciate all of you. I had a great show today. It's been almost 3 hours rather since the
Later,
show
Pete.
started. See you later, BBD.
Hey, buddy.
All right, boss.
All right, Slim, Vic, Fishin, Luke, they're all gone. Well, it was a great show. I mean, the reason I know it is because if you're going on hour 3 and you only felt like you've been talking for 30 minutes or so, then you know it's been good. If it gets boring at any point, then time starts to drag. So anyway, thanks all of you guys. I appreciate all of you for hanging out with me this morning. I mentioned at the beginning of the show, my live show schedule is going to be pretty much the same this week, except for the fact that Friday, I'll be leaving for Clemson Friday morning. So there won't be any midday show or call-in show on Friday. Everything else is planning on staying the same. And actually, maybe even 1 or 2 more extra shows, not on my channel, but on somebody else's. So there you go. I will be back tonight, though, for the Lunch Money Show on Uncle Lou's main channel. We'll talk about the betting lines for Week 12 and some other random nonsensical jargon. So, All right, guys. I'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock.